Welcome to the Auto Live Podcast. Live again. Playoffs, full swing. You know what to do.
Flight team, stand up.
FTC. My name is Flight, but you can call me FTC.
That should be our introduction.
Still not calling the bro man FTC.
My name is
man.
Hassan, but you can call me H-Man.
And
HNC.
the big drop. Bro, these playoffs have been crazy. Like first round, second round. I'm loving it.
Yeah, these playoffs have been the best since obviously the Warriors won.
Nah,
in my opinion.
Bro,
Yeah, I think that's
since
2020.
obviously the Warriors won, that is
Since
the most
2020
biased thing
probably.
you've said in like a week.
But yeah, this round
Probably
two
since
has
the
been,
2020 bubble. Probably the most exciting.
you mean the fake ring? That one?
That's
Okay,
that's
we're not
honestly
gonna
been the
do
most
this.
exciting. That's been the most exciting playoffs in the 2020s.
Yeah, the open gym one? No fans?
We could
Yeah,
we could
no,
put
no,
a
yeah,
pin on
that's
that.
what's
We
exciting,
can talk
like,
about current events. We can talk about
Niggas
the
is
current
going
playoffs.
crazy. Yeah.
If you want to talk about current playoffs, so yeah, this is
Where
it's
can we
been
start?
straight
Have we
cinema. Round two.
Yeah.
No,
has been
let's
crazy.
let's start with the fucking thing because I got some shit to say. Okay,
Go ahead.
I know we want to start with the Warriors because Hassan's here, but you know it's a 1-1. I think it's a good series. We got a lot to talk about there, but let's talk about the most disappointing team, the Boston Celtics. Man, fuck them down 0-2.
Trash ass niggas.
All right,
Trash
let's
ass
get to it
niggas.
because I got a lot to say and I got a lot to lay in, especially on his
Go
man
ahead, go
Jason
ahead.
Tatum.
We'll let you
All
know.
right. I wrote down a few stats because I was watching game 2. I was like, no way Boston blows 2 games in a row, right? At home. Both games at home. Same exact way. They lose both games in the fourth quarter.
It's definitely a way.
Jason Tatum in the first half in game 2. 1 for 7 shooting. 2 points. Okay. Jason Tatum then proceeds to do this in the fourth quarter. 1 for 5, 4 points. Jaylen Brown has been scoreless in the fourth quarter the whole series, not just game 2. He hasn't scored in the fourth quarter all series. Okay. And the Celtics as a team have missed 75 3-pointers in 2 games. Okay. And all these
crazy.
stats I said just to show you a couple of things. Number one, these guys have no dog in them, no aggressiveness. These guys are totally fine just chucking
No
threes all
order.
game. And I think this is what all of us were talking about last year that, if they just went up against a team that actually showed some type of fight and had matchups, like these guys are going to fold and roll over because as soon as you hit them in the mouth, they can't bounce back. They love to chuck threes. They're not aggressive enough. They come out lackadaisical in every single game, especially at home. And that's exactly what's happening to them right now. They're getting straight up punked by the Knicks.
Yeah.
Get shit on. Fuck them niggas.
Take you back off your saying. No dog, no aggression. I saw a tweet earlier today. When you think of LeBron, you think of rings, achievements, longevity. When you think of Kobe, MJ, that dog killer mentality. When you think of Jason Tatum, you don't see anything.
Yeah, that was called a coward. Yeah.
Yeah,
Legendary fucking quote.
See Jason Tatum.
I think
Yeah.
of something.
Nope. What do you think, Gabe?
He's a little corny. I give it to him.
I think about Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I had high
How
expectations
assy
for him
is.
this playoffs. I told you guys I think he's going to give you 30 after everything that's happened to him, and the adversity that was going on. Maybe Steve Kerr is right. Maybe Steve Kerr saw something we didn't, benching him in the Olympics, not winning Finals MVP beforehand.
We knew that.
And
We
then
knew
he got
that.
carried into the finals. He showcased in the regular season. I can give you 27, give you All NBA first team, 100%. But when it comes to the playoffs, there's just something wrong with him. He doesn't want to show up. He relies on his teammates too much. Derek White's been the best player in this series for that team. They go up 20 twice and lose the lead. Like Beth said, Jaylen Brown, 0 points in the fourth. Jason Tatum had shot like 30% going into game 2. It's been terrible. Buns.
I have it here. He only scored basically most of his. He didn't have any free throws attempted until the fourth quarter, where he had a couple free throws and still only scored 4 points in the fourth quarter, which is just unacceptable if you want to be a supposed top 10, top 5 player in the league.
I feel like
he's on fraud watch right now. I do think he'll respond to games 3 and 4 because he needs to, or his career is kind of cooked.
They need to win both these games.
He's
in
gonna
New
get
York, bro.
spanked.
They're down 2-0 on the road. Like, there's no way they have to win both these games if they want a chance to stay
but it's
alive.
just
Okay,
weird.
you can agree that they're a better team than the Knicks. They just sold
100%.
the 20-point leads, and then the threes that they missed is like 35.
Do you think
I
that's
don't even
only
know if
on
I
him,
can
Hassan,
say-
or do you think that's
I don't
the
even know if
team?
I can say they're a better team if they're not winning. Like that goes into being a better team.
Or Buns right now. It's just
Bro, they're a better team.
25 out
They're a
of
better
100
team.
threes is insane.
Hassan.
I
But
can't say that.
I think they're still a better team. I mean, just like literally the whole series before this, he was averaging 4 points against Orlando. I mean, it's very like I know it's easy to like hit him when like they blew 20-point leads, like, but the team did that as well. I mean, blaming Tatum is very easy to do because he's the leader of the team, and it's easy to hate on him after he had general shit jobs. I'm not gonna lie, but like
Easy,
let's
it's
not
fun.
forget, it is fun, but let's not like. I mean, I'm not gonna say. Oh, he's not gonna average 30. He's not gonna do this. I think he still could. I mean, it's very very like crazy that he's had 2 shit jobs back to back against the Knicks in like the last 2 minutes of the game. It's crazy. But
hey, can we keep it a buck? Even in the first round against Orlando, the only reason they won is because outside of Franz and Paolo, Orlando just had nobody to mess with them. But even then, in that first round, he didn't play a game. He was lackadaisical in the first round as well. Like they just didn't need him, but he hasn't been good there either. This goes back to last
34.
year too.
He was averaging like 34 though, Bez. That's crazy. That's not normal. I know it's saying it's Orlando, but the last 3 games he averaged like 34.
I feel like he's one of those guys that are just straight up talented and don't care about the game of basketball. No passion.
Like Zion. So like Zion.
That's different because Jason Tatum is an
Zion doesn't even play basketball.
Jason Tatum's a superstar, but you never see him have any passion.
Hold on,
on
what
the
did you
court,
say?
no
What
balls
did you
in
say?
him. Like he just
Jason
plays.
Tatum's what? Is
Me?
Jason Tatum still a superstar?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of his plays and
He's a
all
role
NBA
player
talent.
now.
In terms of talent, he's still a superstar.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah,
let's
but
not,
does
we're doing too much.
does it hold the same name as calling him a super? It doesn't have the same weight. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
right now, he's
Would you
not
rather
showing
have
us
right
that
now?
he is.
Dude, he didn't win
Would you
Finals
rather
MVP. That like calling him a superstar is like fake metal,
Okay,
bro. How do I
Stephen
say
Curry
that?
They're saying he's the Kobe
His last
Bryant of Paul
championship.
George's.
That's a good one. He is the Kobe Bryant of Paul George's.
I saw that too. But what's to say about to get your point? Stephen Curry didn't win an MVP until he won a Finals MVP until he won his last championship.
But he ain't
So that
Steph
doesn't-
though.
he was
He ain't
a
make it to
superstar.
4 finals. He ain't
Yeah,
changed
he's
the
not
game.
Steph. He's not Steph, but I do think Jason Tatum will respond games 3 and 4, even though they're playing in MSG, which is probably the best home court advantage right now, especially coming off 2 wins. So it's going to be tough for them to win, but as long as you take one, there's still hope.
No, I don't think so because you're not. Are you coming back down 3-1?
It's been done before. Coming back 3-0 is impossible.
He almost came back.
This is
3-0
not the
against
team to do it though. You see the way they're playing. Like this is
okay, but do we
exact
think they can
opposite of
continue?
that type of team.
Do we think that they'll continue to play in the capacity? You know, we had them going to the finals. We had them possibly winning the championship against the OKC, and I still think that's a possibility because of how good of a team they are. The things that they showed us were positive of them being up 20 in 2 games, showing that they're not in like their tier of play, basically, but just choking. The choking is obviously what's really bad about that. So if they can find a way to keep the lead and maintain it in game 3, then you build momentum off of that. There's a chance that you can still win this series.
I'm not going to say they're cooked, but I definitely don't like I think really have to win 2 games here going forward because even going down 3-1, you're in such a bad position. Like you're going to have to push it to game 7. And in that case, who knows what could happen. And it only takes another one of these bad games. Like, let's say they do to go down 3-1. It takes only one more bad game of them chucking and missing however many more threes they keep doing. So they need to, like the Houston Rockets thing, they need to find a different way to play. I think another thing is that Joe Mazzulla needs some criticism as well because, like, you can't keep telling your players to go out there and shooting 100 threes if you're missing 75 of them. Like, there has to be some kind of change in philosophy or something like that. And I think a big reason that they did so well last year in the finals against the Mavericks is because they hunted the mismatches on Luka with the pick and roll and got aggressive going to the basket. And then that opens up the rest of your game, shooting the threes. But now it's like him and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum settling, chucking threes, not aggressive, not getting to the line. Like, you can't keep playing like this and expect to win.
Yeah. You know what I think it is that they relied too heavily on their talent and 3-pointers, of course, but I feel like these guys aren't as aggressive enough, like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, because you have the Derek Whites of the world, the Drew Holidays of the world, KP when he's healthy, Al Horford. Like the rotation is obviously
we got to talk about
Porzingis.
Porzingis too. He's not playing.
Are you calling them complacent? Are you calling them?
You know the rumors? You hear the rumors?
No, that's just out of pocket, bro. Shit is crazy. It's just fucking out of pocket shit.
Just text it in the chat. But
you can say it's not TOS. People just like fucking they speculate that he has AIDS.
He got STDs and shit. And he's not.
They speculate he got AIDS because he keeps getting randomly sick, and they're like, we don't know what it is. We can't figure it out. And they're like, some people are like, I don't know, man. These symptoms are pretty good. Like, they're now starting a conspiracy theory.
There's a WebMD his fucking symptoms.
Yeah, you can't just throw AIDS on somebody though.
Yeah,
that's nuts. Yeah.
Nigga could have
your point though. Going back to what I was saying, though, you also have Peyton Pritchard as well. Like, you have more talent. You're not the best team in the NBA. I honestly think OKC plays as the best team in the NBA this season. But in terms of talent,
Yeah,
you're
I
definitely
agree.
the most talented team, and you're relying too much on your talent to win you games instead of playing as a team. And that's what I think is the biggest issue for them.
So it's stop shooting.
No, I don't
threes or
think it's
what's
that
up?
they rely too much on their talent. I think it's that they're like right now they're the people who are supposed to be talented aren't playing up to their just not playing up to their standard. Like
Yeah, but you're playing
Then-
to the coach's game plan, which is chucking threes. And they're not going in, and you're still chucking them.
Shooting
That's-
50
I
plus
mean, that's
threes
how
a
they've been
game. That's the
winning.
game
Like,
plan.
In
that's
game
how they've been
two,
winning. Yeah, like
Karl Anthony Towns has 5 fouls, bro. And you see the memes. I know Omari sent the little, not me getting
Yeah.
to the rent. You know what I'm saying? But like he has
Not
5
him
fouls.
going
Go at
by.
him, bro. Go at him, bro. You know what I mean? Foul him out. Why are you taking Jason Tatum's favorite shot is a step back. I've never seen someone take more step
So
back
bad.
threes. And
How
when
you
it
get up
goes
so
in, oh
high,
my God, top
Jason?
5. But when he's
Yeah.
missing, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, get to the rim, bro.
If Cat is on him, he'll do a step back. If Jalen Brunson's on him, he'll do a step
Do a
back. It
step
doesn't matter.
back.
what
Oh,
the
God.
stat
If
is.
I'm on him, he'll do a
Step
side
back
step
is
back.
literally a step
Listen,
back
even if I'm
merchant,
on
dude.
him.
Like
exactly.
You are not
If
James.
Cat is on him, he'll do a step back.
Bro, people are
Side
making fun of
stepping, step
Halliburton's
back
bag.
motion, bro.
Maybe Jason Tatum has no bag.
Now he
no,
has
I'm
a
not gonna
bag.
say that. He's just being stupid.
Where is it?
He has a bag. He's just deciding to use.
MIA.
It's like if you
You gotta
use.
put out an
It's like having
MTV.
a whole inventory
he's
of
deciding
weapons,
not to
but
do
you got
anything
your one
else.
favorite weapon that you only use. You know what
So
I
he
mean?
keeps
Yeah,
ulting.
like
He
no
keeps using his
counters.
signature move.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
Feels like
just
his
his
move
the
is good
signatures.
enough. It can't be guarded. How do you feel about the series, Omar? You think they can come back or?
Honestly, I think they're cooked.
Not for sure.
I think like, in my opinion, like stuff like this, like playoffs is a lot of mentality thing. You know what I mean? And it just seems like the way that they're playing, like blowing 2 20-point leads back to back at home, that's kind of like
Wild.
demoralizing. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like what the fuck.
Going into the
Like-
fourth, too. It's not like you were up in the
Yeah,
first early.
like-
Like, this is going into the fourth quarter.
Have you seen the
And
Knicks?
it's like
fans?
on one hand they're professional athletes, so I don't think they're gonna just like, you know what I mean, all fall apart and just like not want to play no more. But it's still just like when you let somebody get that much of a competitive edge on you, and then they're going back home 2 games. You know what I mean? Even if they like, they would have to win 2-0. Like the only way to that I would say they're not cooked is if they go 2-0. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with Bez. I don't think that if they go down 3-1, they have the capacity to come back. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Well, obviously, game 3 is the must-win game because no one has ever come back.
Yeah,
Down
3-0
by
is
three.
just a wrap. You might as well
Yeah,
go get
3-1. You have
Yeah.
a shot. But
catch an early flight.
do we think that MSG is
Might as well go
the
out.
best home court advantage to have right
No,
now?
it's
or-
got to be Denver, bro, because of the.
Nah,
elevation.
MSG's not even that good of a home court.
I'm talking about like I guess I'm thinking about the fan impact. Like it's gonna be
I
like
guess so, yeah.
super loud,
Actually.
but
Yeah, I think.
Denver. With
I
the
guess in
altitude
playoffs.
and
I say in
everything.
playoffs is really good.
The thing
In
is,
regular
opposing
season,
players love playing there too. So it's like
That's what I'm saying. In regular season, no,
Yeah.
hell no. That's not even home team. It's not even home court. Especially if you like the Lakers or something. Like
But
if you're
I
a
think
big
the-
star like Curry, Lakers, you know what I mean? Like whoever's the biggest star is a home
Put that
game
on
for
your
them.
calendar. Knicks today.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the biggest stage for Jason Tatum. Probably one of the most watched games of his career. New York having momentum. Celtics being one of the top franchises.
He has no
you
charisma,
know.
bro. It does not matter.
But like you said, he got the eyes
There's
on
no
him.
aura, yeah.
Not going to show up.
He has no aura.
it.
We did
We did it.
Ain't doing shit this year.
Nigga really couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
You
He
can talk
just
about
literally
that
looks like he read the script ahead of time. That's what he looks like. You know what I mean? Like
I
the whole
honestly
we did
think
it and everything
okay,
wasn't.
so
it
I'm
wasn't
I'm
that
He was
just
good.
planning
I'm
it. He was planning
skeptical
it.
of them coming back from this, honestly. Even them down 2-0 saying that, it's just like, even hearing Joe Mazzulla, he basically is just saying we just got to keep shooting and the shots will go in. Like, I don't like to hear that. It's not giving me any sort of confidence.
Change the game plan,
No.
boss. Come
Even
on.
last year, though, like they would have one game where they'd miss every 3, and that's where they lose.
Yeah.
But for 2 games at home, I don't know if you can just go
It's
to
not even the it's
New York
it's
and
the-
just keep
it's
shooting,
the
man.
choking, Huss. It's the choking. Like, yeah, they're gonna miss, but like, okay, like stop doing that. But then you like choke a 20-point lead back to back. Like,
Bro, it's
Yeah,
not
they
even
put him
that.
in
It's
Kano
fine if their
jail.
whole philosophy is like, we're going to center our team on shooting as much threes as possible. But it's like, okay, when the shit's not working, you got to switch it up. That's all I'm asking. Or like,
And yeah,
even
they're gonna
the last 5 minutes of the game, like literally just do something different, because you're setting records for how many bricks you've thrown up in the first game of like the 2 games of a series.
Yeah.
Like this, they've missed the 75 threes, most missed games in the first 2 games of NBA history playoff series. So
please.
it's
Yeah.
just
Devin the
something's
Wolf,
got to
Devin the
change
Wolf.
at some point.
The thing is, you have
Wolves
the
had a bad
players,
game.
like you have the personnel to drive in. All your players are pretty big.
If you
Yeah,
look at
that's
Tom
why they
Thibodeau,
play big, too.
like the coaching, I think this is a big difference. One thing Tom Thibodeau I noticed he did is that they would just let everybody on the Knicks switch the entire game, except when it comes down to the last 5 minutes. They're saying no more. Okay, no more switches. We're not going to let you have Jason Tatum on Jalen Brunson. And that's a big part of the reason that I think these guys are settling because they've been letting him switch the whole game. And then when it's crunch time and Jason Tatum's not getting the switch he wants, he literally does not know what to do except take a step back three.
Yeah.
So
and if you notice too, like Mikal at the end of the games has been stepping up at 14 in the
He's
fourth.
been on
and
him.
Big
OT,
time.
he had a good stop too.
For real. Twice game winning stops.
Didn't OG have
Yeah.
a crazy game one? He had like 30.
Potential game winning stops.
No, he just showed up in OT game one.
Really?
But
got
yeah,
that game went to
my
OT.
official answers, I don't know. I can't tell you who's gonna do it because they do have the talent to come back and
Nigga, it's a
we have better
podcast.
players. But
Yeah, he hit 30.
New
What
York
would you
is
do?
up
What
2-0
would you,
going
if you
home,
had to
so
bet, would you think they're coming back?
Gundy,
no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bet for a team that's down 2-0 with home
There
court
you go.
advantage. Or going back home. All you have to do is win one at
Celtics
home
are-
and you're in a great position.
All right, let's transition that to the other Eastern Conference series because they're also down 2-0. Their situation's a little bit different, though. They're hit with a ton of injuries. They missed 3 starters last game, Garland, Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter got hurt. Garland's been out, and we don't know if he or when he's going to come back. And I'm not too sure about Evan Mobley. I couldn't tell you. So, I mean, the Pacers, I think they're in a good situation to get to the Eastern Conference Finals again. I think that the Cavs could have came back from this 2-0, but it's like if you're not going to have the players, Donovan Mitchell tried everything he possibly could in that game too. 50 points. He was being aggressive. He was doing the stuff that I want to see Jason Tatum do. They just didn't have enough firepower. If you got Dean Wade starting, giving you 4 points, even though he was good on the glass, it's just not going to do it in the playoffs. So, unfortunately, if they can't get healthy, I don't think they could win the Cavaliers.
Ty Jerome shit the bed too.
Yeah, for 2 games, man.
It's just hard to expect like, yo, we're going to throw you in
Yeah.
the starting lineup of a playoff
It's just
game
funny because
out
he
of
was talking so
nowhere.
much shit.
Yeah.
He was.
But
I'll
he
start
was
on
fully
your
healthy,
team. I'll
though.
start
In
on your
round
team.
1, he was spazzing though. I can't even.
Yeah, game
Yeah,
one.
Rallo was crazy. He could talk
Ten
shit.
Okay,
super
when you start talking,
Yeah.
you start having a little more pressure on you.
I think I don't know. It's different with the Cavs. I do think I don't think they're gonna come back. I have more faith in the Celtics coming back than the Cavs for sure. For
Same
sure.
here.
Just losing that way on a Tyrese Haliburton step back buzzer, like, is just
Yeah, it's-
horrible.
Bro,
Like,
and
you
then
needed that game.
After a
You needed
50
that
bomb?
game after with everything going on, all the
Yeah, that's like
injuries.
heart crushing. And then they have
It is.
that incident with Gary Trent Jr. and the turnover, and Haliburton making the layup with the Bucks. Everything is going Indiana's way right now. But to be fair, they're playing
they're
hard enough
doing-
to put themselves in that
Yeah.
position. So.
Tyrese should have won. Clutch
Somebody
Player of
said
the Year.
somebody I was watching, I think it was on YouTube or TikTok or something. They were saying they're like, why does everybody want to avoid the Pacers or something? They're like, because any team that plays the Pacers know that like it's not an easy game against the Pacers.
Yeah,
Look at what the Bucks, look what they're doing to the Cavs. Look, there's like a winning team that plays good basketball. So I think people are starting to recognize. I mean, hey, you could say the injuries, you could say this, but I mean they're winning games. You know what I mean? And I think they will make it to the Eastern Conference Final again.
yeah, I agree with you. Andrew Nembhard and Naismith, they've been playing like lights out. I think they're both averaging over like 16.
Neesmith's
points per
a
game
dog,
as
bro.
starters,
I'll fuck with
and-
Neesmith.
Yeah, they've been playing hard. If that happens, that they're gonna make it to the finals because they're in a way like you have all of your starters averaging over 16 plus points in
And
the NBA
Pascal
playoffs.
game 2
That
didn't
one.
even have a good game. So
Yeah.
that's the crazy part.
I feel like they all
like
just play
Gabe
so
said,
hard. Like,
they play hard, so
yeah,
they're a good team. The team's good enough to not blow a 2-0 lead, especially against the Cavs that are hurt. And you have, like you said, Dean Wade starting. Max Strus has to step up. Ty Jerome, like these guys are B-level players, and they're only the reason that they're succeeding is because you have the star players that help them,
yeah.
put them
That's
in
not enough
positions to
melanin.
succeed. So if you don't have that going for you, you're not going to win this series. And I think Pacers are just good enough to close the series, especially going back into Indiana, which is a great arena, by the way. Good home court advantage.
Yeah, it sucks for the Cavs because I think both of these teams have really good depth, and you can see that with the Pacers. You know, guys like Obi Toppin coming off the bench, he fills in. T.J. McConnell can come in at that point guard position. Jarace Walker, even Benedict Mathurin. But it's like the Cavs, now that everyone's hurt, all those bench guys you had, like Ty Jerome, Max Strus, now they got to start. And off the bench, you have like literally one per Isaac Okoro. That's it. So it's just unfortunate. It's like everything gets pushed up the depth chart, and now you got to rely on Ty Jerome, Max Strus to be Darius Garland and fucking, Evan Mobley. But it sucks.
Ain't gonna happen.
But it is what it is, man. I think the Pacers, yeah, like you said, they play hard. They're really deep. So if someone's having an off game, someone else could pick up the slack. And they're going back home up 2-0. I feel confident that they're going to win the series.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they sweep them.
Finish.
I think they will. I think
Yeah.
they'll take game 3.
I think the Cavs could be getting swept.
If no one comes back for the Cavs, like same players at game 2, yeah, they could get swept for sure.
Yeah, because you're going back home with after coming off such a big shot with Haliburton. I feel like they're going to start the game off pretty strong, and then they always play hard regardless of what's going on in the game. So I feel like that's just going to keep their momentum going, and they'll come and win game 3.
Love that he
Even I've seen like
this thing's frozen.
Your cam's frozen, Gabe.
He's been lagging for me. I don't know if he's been lagging.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I was about to say.
I'm gonna try to come back.
Okay.
This nigga, I just want to talk about this nigga Hallie because, like, as we know, he's one of the most overrated. So I feel
don't
like
you
it's a lot
have
of
a would you rather
vindication.
Hallie? We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can still gotta talk about that. We could do it after.
No, let's do it now.
No.
We on a topic.
Oh yeah. Give your opinion though, Omari. How do you feel about the series?
Yeah, I just love that he's putting in work. I do see that like the Cavs are injured, so it's like I'm still taking a fully healthy Cavs, but even though they're only missing Garland game 1, like he's still a starter and a point guard averaging 20. You know what I mean? Like almost 20. So
yeah, that toe injury is no joke though, man.
Yeah,
you can't move or like
stopping. Yeah, I hate having anytime like I never had like a real toe injury, but even if like you cut your nail wrong or something like that, even that shit like starts like and you're playing.
Or if you have like a bunion, man.
Luckily I never had a bunion, but like I just like that Hallie is cooking him too. Like he's playing pretty well. I know he didn't play that great game 2 until the end, but it's still like a lot of vindication for their team. I like that they play so hard and play all together. They don't really have to rely. They have stars, but Haliburton and Siakam aren't like
superstars.
Yeah, like they're not. Neither of them are superstars. You know what I mean? So the fact that they all like work together that well and play that hard, and then like you guys said, Neesmith and Nemhard, they're just like super role players. You know what I mean? Like they're out there playing hard. They play defense. They shoot. You know what I mean? Like so. I think that as long as I don't know if they'll win next round, but I think they got this one in the bag at this point, especially with the injuries.
Man, if it was Knicks and Pacers, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look.
That'd be a good series for sure.
Stuff. Huh?
At that point, like it's like hard to even put. Like no one even thought these people would even go up. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
the playoffs have been crazy.
I was gonna say though, like it says it's the first time in history that like in the second round all the game 1s are upsets.
Yeah,
first time in
all
history.
game 1s are upsets, and all of them were teams on the road winning.
Yeah, well, generally.
That's an upset, I guess, if you're the lowest.
Yeah, generally game 1.
I think going
it's
into
rare that like you know what I mean.
Like,
unless it's a 4 and 5. 4 and 5 is the only time where it's like it could ever be like.
I think Warriors are favored to win this series against the Timberwolves before the Curry incident.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
So I guess it was the away technically, but I think it was all underdogs as well.
Yeah. Which is still pretty crazy in of itself.
Yeah,
but
first time in history.
Haliburton though, I like Haliburton showing up and talking his trash and showing everybody that he's not overrated or he sees overrated talk and responding to it. It's good for the league and good for him too. So.
Yeah, and we were pretty low on him early in the season when he was playing like shit. So.
Yeah, because he still has no bag.
Yeah. It's nice to see. Nah, that's not true. It was pretty. I seen a couple of. Nah, he had this one drive. He had this one drive he did. I forgot who it was even like. It was towards the end of the game, but he like
this series.
Yeah, it was like last game.
I can't remember, but man, he got 2-3 moves and relies on his passing ability. That's his biggest strength is definitely his playmaking and his IQ, and then he relies on that to get baskets. Yeah, you want to do would you rather Tyrese then right now? Get back. Perfect timing.
Bro, the shit is ass. What's wrong with my computer right now, bro?
Yeah, your camera's still pretty blurry.
Is it your internet or your computer? It might be your internet.
I think it's both, bro. My internet and my computer ass.
Oh, shit, was I muted this whole time?
I can hear you now.
Yo.
What was the last
Do
thing
I sound
said?
clear or bad?
I don't remember.
You sound clear, but your camera's still kind of blurry. Last thing you said, I don't know. We just talked about Haliburton, but I don't
Did
think.
I say anything about Hallie?
Ah.
Did you hear me say, damn.
All right, we can do the would you rather now.
Yeah, just do the would you rather.
All right. So Tyrese Haliburton's been hooping this playoffs. Team might go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we got to see who he's comped against. And I have a would you rather Tyrese Haliburton edition. First name on the list: 2 Eastern Conference guards, Tyrese Haliburton or Jalen Brunson.
I'm gonna take Jalen Brunson. I think what he's doing is well, actually, let me not say that. They both do things very well. I think Tyrese is a good playmaker, a good engine of the offense. I think Jalen Brunson does a similar thing in a different way. He kind of sets the charge with his aggressiveness and his scoring ability as Tyrese sets the table for his teammates. So I think they do things differently, but I think I prefer Jalen Brunson being a go-to guy more reliably down the stretch. His ability to get to the free throw line, I think, is elevated in the playoffs. Things like that really matters when you could draw fouls, get people in foul trouble, stop the clock, control the tempo of the game. So I'm gonna go with Brunson. I think Hallie's been playing really well, but I think he's more of like a team player that thrives with good teammates. And Brunson, I think, is a better individual player.
Yeah, he's a flopper.
Yeah, that nigga do be flopping. I'm not gonna lie.
He'd be flopping, but
He
shit, it'd
be
be working. They have 2-0
Yeah, facts.
on a defending
got Omari.
champs.
Yeah, as much as I love Tyrese, and it's like it was really hard for me because it's just like I put a lot into like points like responsible for, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to like comparing them. But I do feel like when it comes to scoring and playmaking, like although Brunson's not as good of a playmaker, I think he's more consistent scoring and he still gets his like 6, 7, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think I could rely on Brunson's 26, 27 like much more than like Haliburton could have 15, you know what I mean, 14 in a game. But like Brunson, it's rare that you'll see him have that like low, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if he has to get to the free throw line 1,000 times to get it, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so I think that Brunson's a little more consistent at this point in their careers. So yeah, I'd probably still go with Brunson. But if Hallie averaged like 24, 23, 24, I would probably give it to Hallie, but he's like in the low 20s.
It's Brunson or Hallie, right? Would you rather?
Yeah.
I don't know. One guy is a better team. I do like Haliburton's game a lot. I think it's for what it is. It's like simple but
What the
effective in a way.
Haliburton?
You know what I mean? What the hell? He has a song after him too. So I mean, no, give me Brunson for now. But I feel like Haliburton, like he could go to another tier. Like I don't know, like obviously it would like his playmaking shit like is very 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 good. But his offense, if he like starts. Because it's easy to say scoring. Yeah, give me Brunson. I think Brunson's better right now.
I think if we're asking who's a better point guard, I'm gonna say Tyrese, but better player,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Brunson.
Yeah. That sums it up for me too.
It's some of the question.
Choosing Jalen Brunson here. I feel like he's a better player.
Clutch
He's more
player of the year
consistent.
too. Did he win that officially?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
But Tyrese been clutch.
I think that is also true. He's a big clutch.
They're both clutch.
They're both clutch.
But Jalen won the clutch award, I think, during the Pistons game, and then he actually had like a game winner. It was actually crazy.
The Thompson cross.
Right now he has like
last game too.
That Thompson cross was nasty.
Crazy.
Dog, I
he has the
had my
most
face
clutch
like
points
these.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He has like, but it's like by like 40.
Oh,
he's
really?
like up on like he's up by like
The
40.
Knicks have also been in probably like the most.
All their games have been close.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all close games.
But I don't think he's in fourth quarter. I think he's fourth quarter scoring in general. I think he's up like a lot on everybody. Not even just clutch time.
Yeah.
The fourth, huh?
I have Jalen Brunson as well. I feel like he's been more consistent throughout the year. We always talk trash about Tyrese Haliburton and how he's got figured out at the beginning of the year, but credit to him, he got better throughout the season and showcasing that right now. I think up 2-0 against the Cavs. But Jalen Brunson's always been consistent. We know we're going to get out of him every night. He's clutch, and he's the leader of his team as well. So I take those factors into account more than what Haliburton's been doing. But it can definitely change depending on if these guys both match up in the playoffs and see what they do. All right. Next name. Always have these guys matched up against each other, played on the same team together. Tyrese Haliburton and De'Aaron Fox. What are we taking?
I think I'm gonna take Tyrese. Honestly, I think what De'Aaron Fox gives you is it seems like a little lesser version of what Brunson's giving you. Like he's a little better at attacking the rim, a little worse of a shooter, and I guess he can get to the free throw line a little bit as well. But they're very similar players. I feel like Brunson's just proven it over a larger period of time, being the number one option on a team and having success. And I don't want to put too much on De'Aaron Fox because it's not his fault. He's been on a really shitty team and organization for so long. But until I see it, I'm just going to have to give the respect to the guy that's about to be back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. Again, I think their games are different, and Tyrese is more of the true point guard, but I think this one I'm just going to have to go with because De'Aaron Fox hasn't had like the resume to back his stuff up.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much said it. It's closer than the other one. Like, I think Fox is like, his offensive game is like, pretty much 3-level score as what he does. Yeah, shooting might not be as exemplary as we want to say, but he's better than Haliburton on offense. But yeah, man, the assist goes a long way. I mean, he's proven to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he's probably gonna do it again. So against like the Cavs. So I mean, I got to give it to Haliburton. What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be on the other side on this one. I get that Haliburton has been winning, but it's still like Beth said, it's like a team accomplishment. Like it's almost the same for Brunson. It's like we've seen De'Aaron Fox average like almost 30. You know what I mean? So it's just like we know how much of a talent he is, and unfortunately he got hurt before he could showcase that with like the Spurs, even though the Spurs aren't that good of a team either. But like we know eventually they'll be a playoff team and probably a contender again. You know what I mean? They're one of like the 5 dynastic franchises in the league. So
yeah.
But I think that at that time, like we'll see him do exactly the same as we've been seeing him do, just on better teams. So it's just like I still hold him in high regard because I know like I feel like he's the type that will. Same way like I was high on Devin Booker when he was dropping a bunch on shitty teams. I'm like, I know once he gets to a good team, it's still going to translate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I feel about De'Aaron Fox. So I'll probably still take him. Yeah,
I kind of agree with you, but I'm going with Haliburton here because I got to take up what he's doing right now into account. Can't take that for granted. He is being the best team in the East, and he's leading his team to another Eastern Conference Final where De'Aaron Fox can't even get out the first round. And his career playing with Domantas Sabonis, so I got to take into account the success that Tyrese Haliburton has had. He's showcasing like he's good in big moments as well. But to your point about De'Aaron Fox, like being as good as he is, it could all change within the next season. If him and 1B go on a run in the playoffs and De'Aaron Fox is cooking, it's like fluid. But right now, I got to give respect to what Tyrese is doing. So Tyrese would be my pick.
Yeah, also look at it like Jalen Brunson, Tyrese are both probably going to be the best players on their team. De'Aaron Fox, when you're with Wemby, I don't think he's ever going to be that. So
yeah,
it's just the way it looks too, like it's just the optics of it.
No, he'll never be better than.
No, not that he'll be better, but I'm like it's like when Kyrie and Brown were together, Kyrie was still better than a lot of first options. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
No, I get that.
But like that though.
The Spurs ain't like that.
But
I'm saying if De'Aaron, I think that they can both average above 25 at the same time. You know what I mean? Like Wemby and De'Aaron.
Well, that's a good.
So like if De'Aaron's still averaging 27, it's just like he's still. You know what I mean?
It's a good segue to my next one because I have Tyrese Haliburton and Damian Lillard. Dame averaged 25 this year with Giannis.
Hey, respectfully, bro, get Dame out of here, bro. So
I'm getting tired.
Bro just tore his Achilles, man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
So it's go back to you should have stayed in Portland, bro. They're kind of looking good now, honestly.
He was doing his thing this year. He averaged over 25 with Giannis, but the team was just bad overall. Like you only have 2 players, and the rest are just terrible.
I don't even know what to say about the Bucks this season because they were playing handicapped all year with their coach, with their roster. Like it's just not even fair.
Coaches, him and Darvin Ham.
Yeah,
Darvin Ham.
Pockets.
Yeah. I think moving forward though, you'd always see Tyrese and Damian Lillard talking and having beef, but like Tyrese has won every single battle that they've had.
Yeah,
where they've been going crazy. So I think
Dame is at a point in his career now where he's like on that Braun level where he's like, he might not give you the consistency on an every game basis, but he's still gonna have those moments where it's like, oh, it's Dame. It's in the fourth quarter, especially Dame time. But for an entire game, entire season, I don't know if we can rely on Dame anymore, like every single game.
I don't know.
Especially coming off an injury.
Yeah,
Achilles injury.
especially
the Achilles especially kills it because I'm like,
Yeah.
if I was him, I would retire. But
Nah.
You
You're
know,
making
he
too
was
much money.
competitive.
He's still got some good years left if you come back from this.
Yeah. If
That's
I
so
was in
much,
the
yeah.
league and I could keep
If-
playing, I'd play till I'm 40 just to get like the free meals. Free
yeah,
millions.
that's it.
Dang, you gonna have like
Why don't-
100 million. How many
Bro,
meals
why
you
don't
need, bro?
Why don't you just
Well, I mean,
like
shoot,
work smart with your money? Like, what are you doing? You need like a couple
Game's
M's
already
straight.
set
You gotta
for,
be like
it
Braun,
doesn't
bro. You
matter.
gotta be like
His-
not paying for like delivery and shit.
Yeah, Dame could retire
amazing.
today and not do anything for the rest of his life and his kids' lives. With
He
how
also
much
makes
money he's making.
money off the rapping, bro. He has other
Yeah, he
stuff.
can start rapping. So I mean, it's free
Buy
money
prop-
for him.
buy
He likes playing
property.
basketball. Get a couple million.
He still
He's
wants
not
to
gonna
win,
make
bro.
money.
Especially he went over to Milwaukee for nothing. Like I know he
Yeah.
feels bad.
Yeah,
Boo.
That's just so sad that he fucking got hurt. That's like
Now
the-
Giannis wants
I
to
don't even-
leave.
He was losing. That's one thing, but it's just sad that he got hurt.
Honestly, I don't think because
Yeah,
Dame
it's-
got hurt, I think Giannis won't leave. Like it's just fucked up to leave him with a torn
Nah, I
Achilles.
think
You
Giannis out
know,
of there.
But
Nigga.
that's bro.
Nah,
how
Giannis-
many
Giannis-
how many
I
does he
don't
have to
think Giannis
endure?
cares.
Giannis endured so much nice.
I don't think Giannis cares that much.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think so either.
I think he do. I
Bro,
think
he had
he's-
the
he
opponent's
feels-
father putting a flag
coming
of
to the Lakers,
Haliburton.
bro.
This
He's
is
coming
us.
to the
Yeah.
Lakers.
We here.
He's like, it's the last time.
Yeah.
I will never.
You got Giannis
We'll never
palming Ben
experience
Matherin's
this.
head too, going at every
Yeah.
player. No one helping him. No one. I mean, KPJ was there. Only
But
said,
if
I will
I'm
go
the,
to Los
if I'm the
Angeles.
organization, everyone's gone except Giannis and Dame. Everyone could go. Nobody
Yeah.
needs to stay except those two guys.
exactly. It's
Nobody even wants the other
everybody's
people on their team.
expendable. And they have
Well,
no
besides
assets
Brook.
either, though. Like
Yeah, so
He won the
Bobby Portis is
championship.
probably the biggest trade piece.
who?
Bobby Portis.
Oh yeah,
Kuz.
cool.
That nigga is not a trade piece. Trade for some chips.
All season long.
Some
Listen,
chips, some chips in the
Half
soda.
a bag of Lays.
Yeah.
All
Still
right,
wants
back
to.
to Tyrese. Tyrese is probably going to be better than Dame for the rest of his career, moving forward.
Yeah. I could
Yes,
agree.
I agree.
He's proven
He's not
that.
touching. He's not touching Dame's highs, but yeah, he's gonna be better.
We don't know that. We don't know that. He's kind of been going.
Bro,
off
he's
as
not
well.
touching Dame's highs, bro.
He's
Hey, man,
kind of doing it
everyone
right
can-
now.
I always believe in growth.
Dog,
I always believe in
Dame
growth.
is
He needs to
carrying
relax.
a team averaging 30. He's not
Bro, he
doing
just hit a
that.
step back game
Define
winner on the
carrying.
Cavs.
Wait,
And-
define
and
Karen.
Dame
7
was
points
hitting-
in 40
And
seconds.
Dame was hitting.
That's
Dame was
tough.
hitting 5 threes against the Nuggets in the playoffs, bro. He's not
Bro,
doing
that,
shit
that
like
game was probably
That's
the
true, that is
most.
true, that is true.
That was the
Like,
craziest
there's
game.
level.
I've
There's a
ever
little
seen.
bit of levels. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I saw a
Also,
clip the
there's
other
a thing.
day
I know you saw
about
the clip.
yeah.
He hasn't
Someone
won
was
a
talking
single
about Dame
Western
was on a
Conference
heater
Finals
so
game
bad
in his
that-
career.
What'd you
Okay,
say?
but the West is always harder than these.
His teams are always been
One
so
Western
booty.
Conference Finals appearance and 0 games won.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, the Eastern Conference for Tyrese has been kind of Mickey
Dame's
Mouse.
been there
not
too.
gonna
He
lie.
ain't done shit there either.
Yeah, but he got swept in the conference finals. I mean, the conference you'll get people like you'll get tested in the playoffs.
No, I wasn't even talking about the conference. I was talking about Dame's been in the East too, and he ain't done shit in
Oh.
the East either.
Yeah,
It's only been a
All
year
the
and a
game.
half, or
I know. I'm just
2
I'm
years,
kind of
man.
fucking with you, but
but
it's just-
that Austin Reeves clip is hilarious. I saw it resurface the other day. Someone was saying, "You know, you're so good when someone misses and you start praying that he missed." He was
oh,
breaking
Austin
down.
Rivers, yeah.
Bro, like, everything
Nice.
was going in.
Bro,
That was the KD
That was the
spiritual
bubble.
experience tweet too. Like this is a
Yeah.
spiritual experience. Where everything the man is throwing up was just straight up going in, different level.
For my type of shots, man.
Heater.
I mean, so always, man, you need to get healthy so we can play. All right, we get to bring back more basketball.
When was the
back.
last heater that you had like that?
Oh, I was playing last weekend.
Last weekend. You dropped 50?
I was literally, nah, dude, like, yeah, I was going crazy. Nah, honestly, I was
Last
playing
weekend?
21. Like, honestly, though, I'm so cold until I get tired right now. Like, and
He was getting
and
shots
once my
after the
aerobic goes
game.
away, I just start
Oh.
breaking. But when I'm playing
You're like
21,
Flight.
I'm just like,
You're like Flight.
don't ever say that. Don't ever
You're like
say
so
that.
good until the stamina comes
But
in and then it's GG.
I'll still do it. Literally, I could be like, I could like, go no sleep for 24 hours and then smoke, drink, and then play fight 1-on-1. I'll still win. But
Like that, huh?
You should do that for a video.
yeah.
We should.
But
test
nah,
that.
like I was torching at 21 though. I literally couldn't miss. I was doing turnarounds. I was doing fucking
See,
all
that's
types of shit.
21. That ain't
Yeah, I
5 on
know.
5.
But I was hitting though. That's all I know.
Mm.
You want to see me on the court right now,
Next
Hassan? Let's see what you do.
Nah, I can shoot
Let's
it.
see what
That's about it.
I'm taking all ones in here. Nah, but I miss basketball. That's why I only play I play once every 3 weeks too. That's why I get bad when I'm tired because I don't play enough to not be tired.
Used to be every week. At my ball.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
but
but
my knees
that's,
be hurting.
that's
why.
freezing
So I have
cold.
to, not
We're
play.
not going to no freezing
Yeah,
cold
nah.
runs, bro. That's not
Summer
worth it
though
at
now.
all.
It's summer now. Yeah, we finna get. Well, the summer's
It
gonna be
still
packed.
gets
That's the
cold.
only. That's the annoying part about the summer.
Yeah, playing
Is
in
that
come
everyone's
out.
out of school, so the kids just out there all night. Like,
Pull up with a tripod and say, "Get out." And hire
we
security.
just need to find a low key park. We need to come out here, to be honest.
Santa
It's getting renovated right now.
It's
but
getting
the parks
renovated,
out there
yeah.
are still pretty low key. All right,
I drove by some.
next
There's one court over here. Like at one point, it was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know where it was.
All right, next one. I got a Tyrese Haliburton or Tyrese Maxey. Maxey was playing good in the regular season. Got Embiid, so I still feel like he's
This
notable
one's
enough
tough
to
for me
name.
because Maxi, they put bro in the worst position possible this season. They thought he was about to be third option. I'm going to chill. I'm going to just go off when I need to. No, bro, you're going to have to carry the team because our stars ain't showing up this season.
Yeah.
So, going forward, I think I'm going to take Maxi because it seems to me
It's crazy.
Paul George is washed. I don't know if they trust Embiid to stay healthy for more than like 3 games in a row. I think he might be like the guy on that team. I'm not saying they're going to be good with that, but like he's going to be the number one option. I think they're going to rely on him mostly. Him, Jared McCain, even like going forward, because I don't know if you can rely on Joel Embiid to stay healthy, and Paul George is Paul George. So I think I'm gonna go on a limb here. Maybe I don't know if it's crazy. I'm gonna go Tyrese Maxey. I think he has a bright future ahead of him, and I think the Sixers have all the reason to put that confidence in him. I think also just the fact that he like literally is one of those dudes that only cares about hooping. Like if you watch his interviews, he only cares about ball, and that gives me confidence that he's gonna put in the work to get better in the future as well.
I would have to go. From what I've seen him do, I'm gonna pick Haliburton on this one. I mean, dude's a crazy clutch player lately in the playoffs. It matters. He's like the conductor of his team. Yes, Maxey is offensively, I guess. If you want to say a little bit better, that's cool. But I think overall package wise, I gotta give it to Haliburton. Haliburton. I'm gonna say it every time.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah. The only I'm gonna give it to Haliburton, but 2, I'm just like, how could you give it to Maxey? Like, do you feel like Maxey's better than De'Aaron Fox?
It's close. You can argue it.
I do not think that. If you're gonna ask me, I do not.
I
Think
would
that.
say yes, but it's very close. I would probably
Yes?
pick him, but it's close.
I'm not rolling. Plus
I feel like
defense too.
Fox is. I feel like Fox is
better
overshadowed
defender.
by like his like.
It's
how
lack
to
of
say
team
this?
success.
Yeah, but I think Fox is genuinely a
But
better
Maxey
player than
is-
Maxey. I
Yeah,
fully
but
think
Maxey
that.
has
Maxey
a whole
put up
lot
better
of-
stats than Fox last year.
I mean, Tyrese Maxey's a good basketball player too.
I mean,
Like,
it was
we're not
also,
gonna
if you want to
disrespect
talk about
Tyrese
winning,
Maxey.
that was the worst, one of the worst teams on the planet.
Yeah, but you're staying by
You
the
had like
Joel
70
Embiid.
million of salary to
Yeah.
play 30 games combined. Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, it's like he literally had like the greenest light on like the planet at that point.
Yeah,
to be,
but,
he might have played better last year when he was not the number one option. Like he seemed like he had a better season.
De'Aaron Fox averaged like 29, like at least.
It's not all
260.
about average
Yeah,
though. Like
I'm
it
checking
don't
right
matter.
now.
Like his efficiency was definitely better last year, if I had to guess. Correct me if I'm
pulling it
wrong,
up right
Gabe.
now.
Like he shot better.
So,
percentage.
Efficiency
Compare.
probably, but didn't he average like 24 last year?
So
Tyrese?
last year
Maxey,
Fox
yeah.
averaged 23.5 on the dot. Maxey 26, 24-25 season.
Last year, that's this year. I'm talking about.
You want me to check last? I'll
Yeah,
check
yeah.
last. Let me check last.
Like 20.
last I think
I have
Max
it in
was
front of me.
25.
Okay, 23-24. Fox at 26.6. Maxey 25.9.
What year did that nigga average like a dumb amount? Was that the year before?
Who?
Yeah, the first
Fox
year
or
with
Maxey?
Sabonis,
When they got to the playoffs,
Mike Brown. Yeah,
Fox.
Yeah.
That one. The one the 26 one, no?
no,
That's
next
his,
one.
there's no way that's his highest. He had to have. Like
That's his
29.
highest.
That's his highest. That's the one I remember.
26.6.
Oh, 27. Oh no, 26. Sorry. 26.6.
26.6.
Really?
Yeah.
He had
That's
30.
a lot of
It had to
points.
been
What you
like-
mean?
it had to-
down.
No, but it had to have been like, you know what I mean? Like at one point in
Are
the
you
season, he had
remembering
been averaging
29?
like
Are you
30.
remembering like 29
Yeah,
points per
yeah.
game for some reason?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had a lot of
That's what I
high
remember.
like scoring games, but like then it was like kind of like slowing down. But he was one of the highest points per game for like a minute, like in the
Oh,
close
wow,
30s.
yeah,
but
I
no.
was like, I don't know. I was like, but yeah, I don't know. I'm
I was actually watching back then.
still taking Fox, but I don't know about Maxey. I think like although we've seen him like cook, it's just like he's still so young that I think that he still has like a little bit more development to go. I think Fox is a little bit better defender too.
That's why give me him.
I think Fox is
But-
also better. Like he has a better bag than Maxey. Like way better. Like
Yeah.
Way better. Maxey got
No,
a bag
no,
too,
no,
and
no,
and he's
I'd
just as
say way
quick.
better.
And he's
Nah.
just as quick.
Maxey's
I'm
bag
not
is
talking about
deeper,
quick.
man.
I'm talking about like like
Dude, don't.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I don't want to
Maxey-
say.
You
There's
gotta
a-
cut
I
year
got
award.
Fox better
This one
handle.
we gotta
I
cut
got
straight
Fox
year
better
award.
like
I don't know.
like
Yeah,
smooth
Fox
like
now has a better handle
animations.
than Tyrese Maxey.
I
Tyrese
think he
Maxey
does.
literally
I
needs his
think he
handle to
does.
score.
In my opinion, you can't use that as an argument. They're very good both handle. Like I don't.
Yeah,
think
they're both-
I like what I see from Fox. I'm just saying.
I feel like De'Aaron Fox uses his quickness and speed to get shots. Like that's majority of his handle. Where Tyrese is more creative because he's a smaller guard to get
Dog,
baskets.
And they
I
both
know what he
equally
does. He
good
catches the
passers,
ball,
in my
blows by the
opinion.
player,
Like,
either gets a layup or he does a sidestep three. Like that's his whole bag. Fox is like borderline. Like I'm not saying 3-level score, but except because the 3-ball, but he can score from anywhere he wants, pretty much.
He uses his speed though.
no,
acceleration.
Maxi's
The
a
other
much
guy.
better
The other
3-level scorer
So does-
than Fox. We
I
can't
don't
say
know.
Maxi a
that.
better shooter.
Not at the rim. Fox is better at the rim, 100%.
I wouldn't even
game,
say.
layup,
I mean, maybe getting there.
Guys,
Finishing, I
and
don't think
mid-range
he's.
too. Fox is a better mid-range. Are we
I don't
serious?
No, I take Maxi.
Let me check that. Let me check that. I'm gonna
Gentlemen.
fact check
I
you.
think
on that.
I'm taking Maxi on 3, but that's about it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think Maxi has better handle, better 3-point shot, better mid range.
No. De'Aaron Fox got the midi. We can't say that. But
Thank
everything
you.
else, no.
I think-
De'Aaron Fox
I think
mid range
Fox
is
has
automatic.
the-
Also, his
driving that
bro.
now.
He's more athletic too than Maxi. He is.
That
He's a
doesn't
better
matter.
defender,
That
too.
literally does not.
It does matter.
How
Offensively,
does that
around
matter?
it, that matters.
Both of them.
To like rise up to get like.
I don't care if you
finishing around the rim.
Luka's the least athletic person in the league.
That's
We don't care because he
different, bro. You
scores 2
can't-
points. 2
you
points
can't
is
bring
2
this
points.
tubby
We're not
into
even
this
that.
conversation.
Yeah,
Zion is
effectiveness
super
You can't
matters.
bring this
Effectiveness
fat ass to this
matters.
conversation. I'm talking
Zion
about
is
them too.
generationally
I'm talking about them
athletic.
too.
Look at him.
Bro, I'm talking about them too. I'm not talking about.
But
like,
it doesn't.
overall
The
point
thing is,
guards.
the athleticism doesn't give De'Aaron Fox an advantage in anything. Like it's
Yeah.
not like
It
his
does,
his
finishing around the rim.
athleticism allows him to dunk on
Better.
people. No, that's not how.
It does.
Plus
If
for
you didn't have
him,
that much, he
doesn't
couldn't
give
dunk
him,
on
like,
people.
an advantage. It's
If
just
he
a-
didn't have
it's just
those
a plus.
athleticism like height, the jumping, he couldn't dunk on people.
I'm saying, but his
Yeah, he wasn't
athleticism
in the
doesn't
league.
make him better than Tyrese.
What?
Like it's not like he's more his athletic. Besides his speed, like him jumping higher is not giving him an advantage in any sort of way over
He
him.
is to finish around the rim. Easier.
I'm sure Tyrese Maxey finishes just as good of a clip as him.
Yeah.
Say less. See, I'm
I'm going to pull up for that one. That's interesting. But for at least Haliburton and Maxi, I still think I'm riding with Haliburton because I just feel like he's a better leader and a better playmaker, and that helps them his team win more games. So if you construct a team around Tyrese, I feel like you have a better winning percentage of getting to like the conference finals or possibly the finals. Whereas Tyrese, even though he gets better and progresses every season, and shoot, I think he averaged 27 this year. I feel like he's best suited as a number 2 to win you games, and you need another person like as his Batman for him to be most effective. Whereas him as a 1 doesn't necessarily contribute to being like not a superstar, but like winning as many games as possible. Whereas Tyrese as a 1 or a guard helps them win more. So probably choose Tyrese in this scenario, but it's definitely close.
Yeah, I'm just more betting so on Maxey in the future because I
You
feel
could,
like
yeah. Like
the way the
De'Aaron
franchise
Fox,
is going, they're gonna have to he's gonna have to step up if they want any sort of success. Because I just don't trust the other 2 guys personally.
yeah, it's similar to De'Aaron Fox. Like if you do good next year or 1 year of having a great playoff run, it could easily change. Like, you can be better.
Yeah, that too.
All right, my last one, my favorite one, Tyrese Haliburton or James Harden.
Sorry,
Y'all
buddy,
recency
it's
bias,
Tyrese.
or y'all made
Tyrese
it-
Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton. You didn't have to. Come on, man.
We got
You
the
gotta
least clutch
elaborate.
player in the league versus one of the most clutch players in the league.
You can't tell me that James Harden didn't have a better regular season though than
Hold
Tyrese.
on, what are we talking about here? Regular season,
What?
bro? What about when it comes time
Nigga
to
said a
win,
what?
brother?
Okay, but
It's in a
is
regular season.
the Indiana Pacers playing the Denver Nuggets, playing the best player in the world. If the Pacers play the Nuggets,
put-
the
the
Nuggets
Nuggets will
suck.
destroy the Pacers.
Nuggets is booty
Let's
cheeks.
be honest.
They
But
about
that's
to-
like team stuff though, Hassan. No,
They got
It
nerfed.
is. That's what I'm saying.
They
James
playing
Harden's
the
playing
number
a
1
better
seed or
team.
2 seed in the
James
league
Harden,
right now.
like I said, James
Hassan,
Harden will
stop
show up
trying
for
to
2
stop trying
games.
to engagement farm. Stop trying to engagement farm.
I'm not.
Your
This is what I
engagement
truly
farming.
believe. I told you every year. I tell you this. James Harden will
Guys,
show up
please
for 2
pick James
games.
Harden, please. He's still
And
good,
win-
please.
Hassan, can
He
you tell
won
me?
the 2
Just answer
games
this
in the
question.
playoffs.
How many
After
points
that,
in Game
you gotta
7 did he have?
another team.
Hassan, how
After
many
that,
points
Two
in Game
games, just
7?
a series.
Hassan, how
Give it
many
to me.
points in Game 7 did he have?
You tell me.
That's
you said
bad.
he was
Hassan,
gonna
you
have
know
the most
I rocked with
assists.
him. Hassan, what did I say that Harden was
No,
going to do in
Gabe
Game
got
7?
blasted
Okay.
for that
What
shit. You
did
gotta
I say
apologize.
he was going to do? You can pull up the comments on the stream. You can pull it up right now. He had the most assists, but the offensive part completely cooked.
It's terrible. But like I told you beforehand,
Terrible.
he'll win you Game 6 and he'll win you like Game 2. That's all you can rely on him. He's a
the hell?
35-year-old man.
I don't want
the hell
that
is-
on my team,
Nigga,
bro.
I don't want.
that's why you can rely
barely-
for either, too. Like,
Tyrese Haliburton's not giving you 40 in a playoff game, is he?
I don't care. He's giving me consistent 20 and 11. Like what?
Give James Harden, them Harden, Naismith. You see what
No,
Norman
I'm not
Powell was
giving him
doing? Norman
nothing.
Powell,
This bro
Norman
said
Powell
Nem
was
This
Harden,
nigga said
Naismith.
Nep Harden and
Okay, bro.
Naismith is crazy. Give him Nep Harden and Naismith. He has Kawhi Leonard.
Zubac,
Norman
Norman Powell. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Zubac.
Bro, and all
Powell
NBA Zoo, bro, and Norman Powell, bro.
No,
Kawhi.
Powell was terrible. Powell was terrible. He needs
Nigga
to go.
got
Right.
Chris Dunn.
He was on the team.
He was trash, bro.
Chris
Kevin
Dunn,
Paxson.
All NBA defender. Chris Dunn.
For real.
Yeah, I can't shoot threes.
For the
Don't
lack
shoot
of Harden
threes.
defense.
Can't shoot threes. All I'm
It's
saying
okay.
is that James Harden had a better regular season than Tyrese Haliburton, so it's up for debate.
Bro, all right, I get what your point is. You want me to take the whole season to a whole, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
take
too
that.
damn bad. I'm taking playoffs to account. Halliburton's better than Harden. We can wrap it up.
Ooh.
It's like saying
Flip it and
is
ship
Jason
it, us.
Tatum, is Tyrese Haliburton better than Jason Tatum?
Hey, but
Yep.
can we
Yes.
got to talk about this? Like, yo, Tyrese didn't have like the worst season of all time. Like, it was disappointing,
started
but he
off
still had
bad,
a
but he
solid
played well.
year. And at the end of the
Okay,
year, like
he
he
did.
picked it up. So
He did, but he was not better than James Harden in the regular season.
Did he get another assist title too?
maybe
Maybe.
it was Trae Young. Who knows?
I might have been
Yeah,
tricked.
Trae Young just farms in the
Yeah,
regular season.
Trae Young. I feel bad for him too because he should be. You should have asked him too because I feel like right now, just because of this team situation, he's getting no
Trae Young's
love.
better.
And
Yeah,
the
that
way
is
they
another-
exited the
that is
playoffs,
another-
he just got ejected and shit. But
Yeah, he just doesn't win. I mean, his team doesn't give him any help. It was Trae Young, 11.6 assists. Insane.
We got ejected. But it was towards the end though.
so how about would you rather Trae Young or Tyrese Halliburton? Who you going with?
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
going
Yeah, I'm
Trae.
going with Trae Young. Assists, he's a better playmaker in my opinion than Tyrese Haliburton. Better scorer than Tyrese Haliburton. Obviously, doesn't play any defense, but I think the IQ level is about the same. Doesn't have the right pieces around him each year, and he at least gets him into a playing scenario just off of talent alone. And I don't think Tyrese Haliburton would do the same or succeed as much with if he was on the Atlanta Hawks. Whereas I feel like if Tyrese Haliburton was on the Pacers, it'd be a different story, and I think they'd be what the 2021. I think Hawks were when they went to the conference finals and beat the Knicks in 5 games. The villain of Trae Young.
I
But
don't know,
yeah, I
man.
feel like if he had pieces around him, he'd be very successful.
I think for this one, I agree with everything you said. The offense, playmaking, I think it's all better. It's just for this one, I think it's how bad can you stomach your point guard's defense to be? Because it's like Tyrese ain't a great defender, but he can hold his own at least with his length and size and speed. Trae Young, he's getting scored on like 99% of the time. So
Yeah.
I think it's just how much you value defense. I think I'd take Trae Young as well, but it's like if the rest of my team isn't that good defensively, like Trae Young is going to be way more of a detriment than Tyrese at that point.
So if you
in
build a
that,
defensive team again for Trae Young, his team would be better than what you build for Tyrese, basically.
yeah, it's just you got to build differently around them. You can afford to have like not as great, like they only have Miles Turner protecting the paint. With Trae Young, they had Clint Capella, Kongu, like it's not enough. They need wing
know what you
defenders too,
need?
you know.
You know what you
Yeah.
need when I think about that, when you say it like that? I picture like Harden back in the Rockets days where you got to fill the team with like the lob threat. You need 3-and-D guys around him, help cover his
Yeah.
weaknesses. So that way he can play
It's like all
optimally.
heliocentric.
But Harden at the time was like, he's also 6'6" and, pretty like hefty. So like Trae Young being, what is he, 6'2" or whatever he is?
Barely,
I don't know,
like,
like-
he's barely
like-
6 feet.
He's
Yeah,
barely
yeah,
6
I would
feet.
say.
He weighs like what, 180, 195 when it's
When
soaking
it's
wet
soaking
outside.
wet.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and he's not going to be like Prime Harden, obviously, but you know what I mean? That's the team you're going to want to build. And Bez is right though. If you can't handle your point guard getting picked on every play, it's going to be rough. It's going to be real bad. I still think Trae Young is a better player though, like player
Yeah.
wise.
So you choose him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if my team is like not built for him, give me Hallie. Like, bro, like I
It's
don't
like
want
Luka right now. Lakers aren't built.
You
for
did not have
Luka.
to say his name. What are you talking about? I'll take
Well,
Luka
I'm
with the
serious,
bag,
though.
bro.
I agree with
No,
you.
no,
I
I'll
agree
take
with
Luka
you.
with the
literally
bag.
so right. We literally
That's
went into the
what
playoffs without one big man.
Yeah, and
That's what I was
he
saying.
got exposed for his defensive lack of defense. So, and they made it to the finals having 2 bigs.
It's not exposed. I hate when people say, but we know that nigga can't play defense. It's not exposed.
Yeah, so you gotta-
like we knew that off the
Just
rip.
word.
But if you
Fuck
have
up.
no
Taking
second level of
advantage
defense,
taking advantage of.
if you have no second level defense, you really can't do nothing. That was my
Alright,
whole.
I used the trigger word.
know we had
Used
that
the trigger word for Luka.
Shit made me mad.
You did.
See,
You
I'm
really
like-
did.
Hassan, you like activated Omari. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's like this fucking super soldier serum, dude. Like,
Trigger warning. You got to
Took
say that.
advantage of Luka.
The
Took
Super
advantage.
Soldier serum. The freaking
I
Captain
don't know.
America movie.
I gotta add an asterisk for exposed. EXP asterisk SE.
wait, what did he say? What did he say? Like-
Expose.
I can't see what he said.
All right, let's move
Sometimes.
on to the
Basically, you just have to build a team around your star players in order to
Yeah.
succeed.
Let's move on to the Western Conference Series. These ones are a lot closer, both 1-1. Let's start off with the Denver Nuggets, OKC Thunder. Denver Nuggets got the job done with game 1 on the road as well. Nikola Jokic, 44, 22, and 6. Are we serious, man? That's ridiculous, bro.
I'm not
In
serious.
game 1.
Best in the world.
And then Thunder
Aaron
got
Gordon.
their lick back. I didn't even watch the game. By the time what game was that the Celtics game before then? I didn't
Yeah.
watch the beginning of it. By the time like I was gonna tune in, it was already a blowout. So I didn't even bother
It was much
watching
better.
game 2. I don't know if y'all could fill me in on that, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically OKC whooped them in the first quarter, and if they're up 20, they're not losing a 20-point lead. Too good of a team.
they ain't the
Just kept building
Celtics.
like that. So, that's
But
good.
yeah,
I
this
mean,
SGA finally had a good game.
weren't they down 20 game 1? I mean, up 20 game 1?
Yeah, they were Thunder. Were up
It was
20, they
early
blew the
though.
lead.
I don't think they blew it in the 4th, did they?
Yeah,
They blew the lead
No,
though.
no,
Like
Yeah, but the Celtics be
Okay.
blowing it going into the 4th quarter. You know, like
Yeah. It's because
Talking about,
Hassan literally said.
yeah.
different levels of lead blowing.
Yeah.
Quite literally said they
Yeah,
would
I'm
never
just
see
like,
the
literally said those words.
In the game 2
But they did it
scenario,
last
in
game.
game 2 scenario, I don't think that's happening.
But yeah,
Yeah,
they definitely not gonna do it twice. That's for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
not definitely not 2 games.
They
in a row at
they
home.
responded properly by smacking them
Yeah,
by 50
50
100.
points. It's a block. It's a block.
Yeah.
That made me actually feel really good about them because after game 1, there was a lot of narratives. Oh, the Thunder aren't ready. They still
Yeah.
inexperienced. But then they came out, showed their ass game 2. They showed why they were the 1 seed. So confidence fully back in them. So at this point, who do you guys think is winning? The Nuggets did steal a game on the road. I mean, yeah, on the road. But then I think the Thunder are capable of winning one on the road as well. So you guys got winning this at 1-1 right now.
This is
Yeah,
tough.
I personally have the Nuggets. I have the Thunder winning 3 games straight. I don't think they're going to lose another game this
Oh,
series.
really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think they're the best team in the NBA pretty easily, honestly. I think they're going to win the championship. I don't think anybody's standing in their way. They played the best as a team in the NBA. Even in the playoffs, I still think they played the best as a team. SJ wasn't giving you that 30 that he was in the regular season, but he did game 2. I think he was in a slump beforehand, but that's not going to happen again, in my opinion. I think he's going to be consistent through and through. I think the players that loss kind of woke him up and kind of made him like, okay, let's take this seriously and show people who we are. And I think they responded pretty well. And yeah, best team in the NBA in my opinion. I think they're going to win it all.
Hey, every time
Well,
Jokic gets snubbed for MVP, he wins a championship.
That's a good
He's
one.
gonna
I
get
like that.
snubbed this
I
year.
like that.
He will.
Freaking
Shay's
SGA,
gonna win.
bro.
This
Why
is the
does it-
MVP series, actually.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah,
give it a buck.
it's kind of fire.
Yeah, but only one team is significantly more overpowered than the other team.
Over,
Yeah, I
you
agree.
not
with
see
you.
Aaron Gordon? You not see Westbrook?
Huh?
Westbrook's giving you these
Bro.
games.
He gave a
Westbrook's
game-winning
a Hall of
assist, by the
Famer.
way. He gave a
Hey,
game-winning
Westbrook's
assist.
actually, I think because he's with Jokic, he's playing so much better now that like D doesn't have to worry if he turns the ball over or whatever. Like just give it to Jokic next possession, and he don't
Yeah,
got to
he
worry
plays
about
free.
anything because he's gonna make the right play every time. So it
Yeah,
kind
he
of
plays-
eases off the Russell Westbrook isms, you know.
I
Yeah,
love
and
Westbrook.
then he knows
Thank
if
you.
he's not doing what he's doing, he's just gonna get benched. He's
Yeah.
okay with it.
Bro, but why
I think
does
the
SGA
new
have to say some
coach is
corny
doing a
shit?
good job too. I think playing some of the younger guys, like actually giving him some burn, just managing minutes. MPJ,
might
he
get
ain't getting
a
it done.
stop.
They be benching his ass. Like I'm with it. I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
Karl
winning-
Malone
he's
would have done that.
Yeah, him beating Ty Lue in a 7-game series too is impressive in terms of adjustments and how to put people in the right position. Obviously, you have the best player in the world, but still utilizing him and
No,
getting
Jokic be
30 and
coaching
20
them
out
up
of
in the
him.
fucking huddles, bro. I don't know if you've seen the
I
clip.
seen that shit.
Did you see his game 2 fit? Like you would never think he's a basketball player. Just
I didn't even
walking
see the
in
fit.
He had like a tight shirt on, and you can see his tits just like hanging out. And he's just walking like a mob boss.
He's just like me for real. Got some
Yeah,
tight
you
ass
can
shirts.
see like
with
that.
them,
You can see
yeah.
the outline of him. They showed SGA, and he's like aura farming, and then they pan to Jokic, with that dad with a tight shirt on, walking into the arena. That was crazy.
Leave my goat alone, bro. Let him cook.
Or
That's it. Walks in the shot 42-20, bro. That's a 40-20 bomb.
Dude, it's
That's
actually
Serbian
so
right there.
crazy how Jokic every time, like he like just he stays so calm and just makes the right play every single time, like and has no
Yeah.
emotion doing it. Literally makes the biggest shot. Oh, whatever, bro. Like it is what it is.
oh god,
Yeah, I feel like he just prepared for the moment. He's always prepared for anything that's gonna happen, and showcases it with his play.
He's so good at basketball, dude. It's so crazy. The more you see him play, like in the playoffs or whatever it may be, bro, it's just it's so good to watch him play. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, dude.
Sad that OKC is gonna beat him. OKC is even more beautiful basketball to watch.
I'm praying
I
to like
think
every god
this
out there
series
for
is
OKC
wide
to
open,
lose.
bro. I think anybody could win it. Even though I'll probably still pick
Honestly.
OKC. I think that if the Nuggets win, I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, how do they win this? Like, they could definitely win it still.
I agree. I'm not like opposed to the Nuggets winning, but I think the Thunder will win. But I'm not gonna go like, oh my god, like it shouldn't have happened.
Jamal Murray's still Jamal Murray, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, random
OKC
40-point game, most 40-point games from a Nugget in the playoffs. Motherfucking
The beautiful
this
thing
guy.
about OKC is that everybody just plays their role very well, and that's why they play really good as a team.
I
So
think
I don't
the another thing I noticed is in game one, like guys like Alex Caruso was not able to hit shots, and that was really big for them. I think Shea
Yeah.
was being a little too passive, like trying to get them involved. And I think like
That's not
as the MVP, sometimes you just gotta get selfish in those situations and take over. I know he's trying to make the right play, and I respect it, but I guess it just comes with the experience. Sometimes you got to be like, unfortunately, Alex Caruso, this is my time. Okay,
Yeah.
He's not the MVP yet, boys.
in a week or something.
I hope
He
he's
will
not.
be.
My vote goes to Yoke, big Yoke.
You think the Nuggets are gonna win it, Gabe?
Bro, I said like it's 1-1. You know what I'm saying? They 1-1 on the road, but like you said, Thunder can just as easily, like with dominance, take them, you know, in Denver. So I mean, I'm favoring the Thunder, but I'm not opposed if like the Nuggets win. You know what I'm saying? Like if the Nuggets actually do close out, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, generational upset. I never thought would happen. I'm thinking it.
If the Nuggets do win, I see it like Jokic just being insane again, and we're just talking about how good generational he is.
100%. It's well deserved too. It's deserved though. It's not even like it's the aura farmer. It's actually deserved.
No, it's deserved. Yeah, 100%.
I was gonna say before the series, I'm pretty sure we said like for Nuggets to do anything, Jokic has to play like fucking Jesus Christ.
God.
Yeah. So,
Yes, average 40 and 20.
First game he did. First game he did.
Yeah,
40,
first game
he had
he did.
40. If he can do that every game,
Now
I
do
think
it
they'll
three
win.
more-
And
three more
it was still last second too. It was
Yeah,
still,
they
still
should've
down
lost
to the
that
wire.
game, too.
Yeah, they're still down to the wire with him doing that. So I'm like, he literally has to go like just go insane every game against the Thunder.
It looks like
Three
he
more
can play like
times. He did it
60
once.
minutes too, bro.
Yeah, I
Do it
mean,
again.
probably saves a lot of
unlimited
energy. You know
stamina.
how he doesn't have to run as much. Like,
He has unlimited stamina. I remember the Portland game where they went like triple overtime.
nah, that should be crazy. But yeah. I think I don't know. I think I would probably go OKC in like 6. I think that the Nuggets can get another one, but I think that OKC is just a better team at this point. I think
They're
that
gonna get
like,
one more home game, right? You think?
Yeah, I probably think they'll get one in Denver. But yeah, I think that like the Nuggets are just too thin right now. I like that. I do like how Beth said that they're playing more of their depth, more of the younger guys, even though their depth isn't like the crazy talent, you know what I mean? But it's just like giving
Peyton
people
Watson
a
be
little bit
playing
more
good
rest,
defense
trying to switch it up. Peyton Watson's been shooting well too, on top of his defense. If he can blossom into a Jaden McDaniels one day, you know what I mean? That would be
good comp,
beautiful
actually.
for them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like that he's getting more burn, but you know, at the end of the day, they're young, new players that you're throwing into the playoffs. So it's like the level of impact it'll have on winning, unless they just come in and make like a huge impact, is like short, you know, a little more less than if it's like a regular deep team. So I think that the OKC is just too deep. I think getting beat by 50 is pretty indicative. Besides the Warriors, that's one thing. I don't know how they bounce back from that, but I think the Nuggets are a little bit too depleted, and you see that it took a Herculean effort from Jokic to win a last second game, and then the next game they come and get beat by 50. Like, I think it's just an uphill battle, you know what I mean, for the rest of the series.
That was situational too. Chet missed 2 free throws, right? Or was it 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Nuggets
And
really gotta
Aaron
show
Gordon had a game winner. Like that can't happen every
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
They're
that's
gonna have
what
to
I'm
win it.
saying, like-
They're gonna have to win it. You know.
I actually
And
didn't
Jokic
want to
had
talk
44
about
and
that
22.
as well because they did something that like is really controversial, and that's fouling.
Oh, fouling up, yeah.
Fouling up
Yeah.
3, and it's like that kind of is the reason they lost the game
Saw
because
that.
they just
Yeah,
played
that's
the
what
free
it
throw
was.
game, and then Chet misses 2, and that's how you end up losing.
And they did it
Yeah.
mad early too. I think they still did, like, somebody fouled him with like
A lot
10
of time.
seconds.
A lot of
Yeah,
time.
a lot of time.
And they was like, you could at least try to, you know what I mean? Like, they
And
didn't
then
even try to play the defense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then another thing they did was the Nuggets were like they kept substituting when they did that foul thing so that they could get Jokic out and put in
Jokic.
Peyton Watson.
Oh, yeah.
And then one time they got like
They couldn't
Jokic
get
out
him
of the
in,
game,
yeah.
and then
They
they couldn't
fouled.
put him back in, but they still fouled. I'm like, bro, if
Mhm.
Jokic is not in the game, I'm not
Yeah, in the
fouling
game. Yeah,
nobody, bro.
yeah.
That was
I was
crazy.
like, what the
What
fuck? Oh
And
my
I
God,
didn't
get
notice that
mad.
right away,
Like,
but
bro.
I saw that after. I noticed it after, like someone else said it, which exactly what you said. I was like, bro, that's crazy. I didn't even notice Yoke was out, but he came.
And they
back
didn't have a
in time.
timeout either.
Yeah,
No, they
yeah,
didn't. They would've got
exactly. They couldn't get him in
Yeah, they
any
didn't
other
have
way.
timeout.
That's
They
like
would have had
Westbrook in the
Jokic out the
game, too.
game for their whole entire last
the W.
offensive possession, and they fouled up. Like that's
they put in
insane to
Payne
me.
Watson just for defensive.
Like that's
and
insane to me. Like you think someone's gonna come down and hit a three like that on your dome with no Jokic?
Just
You know what I
double
mean?
team
Like
Jamal Murray. No one else is gonna do
yeah,
shit. Like,
Yeah.
there's 10 seconds left. I was like, that's insane. This nigga.
It's
Quick
crazy.
flex on that's my fault.
That was
My
for
bad,
Hassan.
But yeah, I was like, that was one of the craziest decisions. Like, so I agree, like that. I think that was dumb as shit. Like, I get that, you know, analytics may have said like, oh, is he, you know what I mean? Like, I think in the last second, you know what I mean? If there's like 10 seconds, all right, 5 seconds, and they need a three, then do it. You know what I mean? But it's like they started doing it like they were doing it. They did a couple possessions, and they started
did.
like 15, 20 seconds. Yeah, like I'm like, yo, like. And then the most egregious thing was that Jokic wasn't even in the game and they did it. Like that was the most egregious thing I've seen. And then it worked out. Like that's what it's like. Insane. That was like
Kind
the
of
dumbest
gives more
decision.
hope in OKC because.
Oh wait, I'm tripping.
they're on the
It didn't
team.
work out. That's why they
It worked
lost.
out for the Nuggets.
It worked
I
out
guess.
for Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it costed them the game pretty much, I guess.
Yeah.
That still gives
like,
you more hope
that's-
in OKC because that type of blunder doesn't usually happen. And
Yeah.
you're winning games off of that, like gives you more.
That's what I'm saying. Like the situations that the Nuggets even won under, it's like I think they could have one good game where they like actually are just firing on all cylinders and win a game. But
OKC has
Yeah,
the best
I-
defense in the league too,
Dude,
man.
even them firing
Yeah.
on all cylinders, OKC is gonna make it competitive. It's not gonna be like
yeah, of course. That's why I think
what I'm
they can
thinking
only
is
get one
Nuggets.
more.
Nuggets cannot blow them out. It'll be like a hard fought win. You know what I mean? Even if
Yeah.
the
Bro,
Nuggets are like
Jokic almost
popping
lost
off.
a 40-20 game.
That's what I'm
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Like, look at the
That's what
situation.
it's
Like,
taking.
that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like, dude, even
We're
if he
all
does
in
another
agreement.
Herculean effort, he could still lose. he could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they get one more. I'm not as low, I guess, on as Hassan because Hassan.
yeah, I don't think they'll take one of these home games. Ain't no way to lose both of them.
3 in a row is
I think they
crazy,
take
bro.
it.
The
I think
altitude,
they
bro. You're
will.
forgetting about the altitude.
Jokic have 60
MJ
points before that
His
happens.
aura is not gonna offset the altitude, Us.
I think the OKC is just too dominant, honestly.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
the only think the Celtics could beat them. But after seeing what the Celtics have done, there's just no. OKC.
Anybody
the-
could beat the Celtics,
if
but
the
Pacers could beat the Celtics.
Bro, if the Celtics variants wanted to hit, they'd be averaging like 150 points per game, bro. Come on. If all those threes were like 42%, they would have been cooking.
I'm never picking the Celtics
But you know
with
what I saw?
confidence again,
Who
bro.
said this?
Yeah,
who
me
said
neither.
it? Like the whole team for the whole Thunder team in game 2 averaged 50, 40, 90. Ain't that crazy? That's like that's
insane.
crazy. Dude, I saw that and I was like,
that's insane.
what?
Bro, they I saw them put on their deep bench, and I still see Isaiah Joe just chucking up threes and making
Cash.
them, bro.
Fucking
That
Aaron
team's
Wiggins.
cracked,
150
bro.
to like 90,
Yuck.
just Isaiah
team's
Joe
cracked.
making threes.
That team is cracked. They can play 1 through 10 like
Yeah,
well.
Jokic should
All
come
right,
to LA,
Hudson.
bro. Should come to LA.
They can do 5 in and 5 out. Still be a good team.
All right, Hudson, tell us
Oh.
about the last series we got. Timberwolves,
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors, Julius Randle beating the allegations this season. I didn't watch this game either, so you could the game 2, no Curry, so I just figured it was chalked. You could
Also,
tell us how
game-
you're feeling, but I could tell you've been to church lately a lot.
Game 1 was
God.
so lucky for this guy.
He been on his mat.
God, please bless Stephen Curry with my hamstring. Anything to
Inshallah.
my leg.
No,
It's
that's
an
crazy.
One left?
need.
The one hamstring
We
you have?
need, we need Stephen Curry. Please get him well rested. Make sure he sleeps well at night. Make sure Aisha
Hey,
Curry
Pat
cooks the
Spencer's
best
a
food for
dog,
him.
though.
Massage his
Yeah, I've
hamstring.
been seeing Pat Spencer
and
edits.
everything.
61
Make
is a
sure she
nasty
throwing that
number.
neck, standing that feet.
And making
Hudson,
sure he
Husson-
get at
Hudson's
home.
glaze is crazy. Hudson's glaze
Make
is
sure
crazy.
she's showing. She got to have the best nail polish on.
Can we get some actual basketball analysis of the series?
Yeah. We have no shot with Stephen Curry. This man needs to come back game 5.
Great
without
analysis.
Stephen Curry.
Jimmy Butler. I have
What
no
happened
faith. I
game
think
2?
he's
Can you
actually
tell us?
cooked.
Did you even watch that shit?
Yeah, I watched the game. This dude's never aggressive. Jonathan Kuminga has more shots than him. Brandon Podolski has more shots than him. Draymond Green's taking more threes than him. Jay Butler's our only hope. We need playoff Jimmy to showcase what he did in Miami and why he's getting paid millions of a max deal right now, millions and millions of dollars
You want to be
just to
Draymond.
go like get us 20 shoot shots to shoot him, just throw him up. He's not aggressive at all. He'll
Hey,
run
Heat
into the
fans
paint and
gonna
look
tell you all
past
about
it.
that, bro.
Like it's terrible.
Ah,
Rudy
it's like I
Gobert
said,
is
Hassan.
one-on-one. This is free money. This is chicken. Just cook him up. 1-2, 1-2, shoot a mid-range shot. But no, he'd
Yeah.
rather pump it than pass it. He plays way too passive and needs to get more aggressive in order for us to have a chance at winning. Or we're just cooked without
He's not-
Steph at this point.
He's not a real star. I told you this before. He's a fraud.
Maybe not
Allegations have been finally met with full force. Allegations are finally coming up to light.
one game.
Yeah,
That
it's
guy
been one
sucks.
game.
That guy
Buddy Hield's
sucks.
the reason we won game one, obviously.
Exactly.
But the way
And
that they're
Draymond
guarding
hitting like,
Buddy is
well, how
he's
many threes
stepped.
did Draymond hit that game? Tell me how many threes
He had 18,
in one quarter.
18 points.
He had 4 threes in the first quarter. I don't want to hear you complaining
Yeah.
about one game, bro.
To be honest, they're wide
Jesus
open.
Christ.
Like he was getting wide open shots.
Yeah, but
Dog,
that's the
it's
game
Draymond
plan.
though. He
You
should
can
not
shoot.
hit these shots.
No, I know, but it's like
He was
if he
4
makes
for
those,
5.
I'm gonna live with that. Like if
Yeah,
if
you gotta live
Draymond scores 20 points
Yeah,
4
he-
times the series, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
We fucking lose.
Yeah, Draymond
Yeah,
4
but,
for 5 in the first quarter from 3. Anthony Edwards 1.5 points, missing wide open layups. Like that's the reason that the series is 1-1. I'm telling you right now. That first quarter,
couldn't get
Like,
that.
you
and
gotta
the
give
first half was
credit to the
abysmal.
Warriors, man. They played
No,
well.
couldn't
they
get
have
this.
they have better
Warriors?
personnel to guard the
Ready?
Timberwolves than the Lakers, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Respectfully, like
They have
the
a big man.
the Lakers, like they just didn't have the defense like to match up. The offense, yes, it was potent, just as potent, if not more. But it's like it doesn't matter when the real problem with the Timberwolves was their offense. The whole regular season, them losing Cat, they got a lot of like ISO heavy, Anthony Edwards, bing, 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 and then Julius Randle, bing, bing, bing offense. But against the Lakers, it's like that shit works because you can score on anybody. So it doesn't matter. They could do
And
their
there's
ISO
no big
shit.
man. Yeah, there's no big man to fucking.
Only
Yeah,
if you
even
had Anthony
Rudy was
Davis,
doing
right,
his
boys?
thing, looking like Will.
Yeah.
But on the Warriors, they actually got like smart team defenders and more bodies they could throw. Kevon Looney does a hell of a job on offensive glass.
Yeah.
Like, so
I would say the good thing about Steve Kerr is he knows how to, like, he has good rotations or knows how to get everyone involved. Even Kuminga not playing any minutes and then coming in today and giving you what he gave you, like 17, I think, or 18. Showcases
That
the
could be big for
diversity
his
of our team,
confidence.
and that's how we win games. But without Steph, even if he's out for a week, it's going to be tough to win this series, man. Keep it honest.
Bro, what's his injury?
Yeah, we just a
Hamstring?
long
What is it,
time.
Huss?
Yeah, hamstring. You can't shoot up a hamstring injury. You got to let it heal. If it was like an ankle or something like that, massage it. Let him just
but
run out
Buddy
there.
Hield's
One ankle.
playoff riser, baby.
Yeah, making
Yeah,
some
Might
money.
be. Game 7
luckily
too.
we're
I
much
at
else is
don't
home.
know if we
hamstring
talked about him game 7 on this pod.
Oh no,
but
we did it. Yeah,
fucking crazy. How many
Saved
points
the
did he
boys'
end up
legacy.
scoring?
30.
Was it 33?
30 points.
33 or
30
32?
in the game 7.
It's 33.
Most 3-pointers made
Yeah,
in the game
9
7.
threes, I think.
He had 22 and a half. He had 22 points in
Yeah,
the first
he was
half.
9 for 11, I think, from 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jalen
yeah,
Green,
he had the 9-11.
learning experience. Shout out Jalen Green. You need to go through tough
That
times
nigga
in
is
life
so booty.
to become the best
Nah, we're
version
not
of
doing that.
No, he's
yourself.
not.
I got a
No,
wager
he's
on
not.
Jalen
He's
Green,
not
by
booty.
the way.
We're not doing that. We said what was going to happen if that nigga played
not
like
booty.
that in the last
He's not
game.
booty.
Guys,
You
can we
need
do the
to-
Jalen Green?
Omari,
Would you
need to
rather?
go
I
through
got
tough
some
times
names
in
today.
life to become a better person.
Oh,
That's how
my.
you
You
become-
saw the
that's how
pick
you
aside,
grow
bro.
as a
I already
man.
know what you're going to do.
Look,
NBA
I told you.
I got
killed in the media,
inspiration
I
from
told
them.
you.
Shout out
killed by
them.
his teammates.
I got different
Like,
names.
Do it
everybody-
later, bro. We don't have to do it now.
No,
Just
we
go
doing
for
it.
Bro, I told you. I
He's
like
gonna be better
Jalen
than
Green,
this. He's
right?
gonna learn.
I
He's
believe
gonna
in
learn.
Jalen
He's gonna
Green.
learn.
I said he's not ready. You said, right? I said, you were like, this is going to be the time he shows you. And I was like, that's what we said last year.
Oh, not me. I said learning experience.
No,
This
you
is
not.
a
Come on,
growth
nigga. No, we
stage.
did. Before the
I
series,
think
we
I
said this.
think
Come
I
on.
said it. I think I said it.
Oh,
said
Gabe
it
said,
before.
not
oh,
me.
it might have been on.
I'm going.
And then game 2
Look.
happened, and I was having
He's
a great
learning
time.
Chinese.
After
And
game
I
two,
said,
like,
if Jalen Green comes out and balls out, I'll say good for him. You know what I mean? That
Well,
nigga
no, you
played
tell
like
him.
doo doo. And I said the same thing for Harden too. And he also played like doo doo. That
At
nigga
least Harden
Harden's
showed up for
washed.
2 games instead of 1.
Harden's washed, and Jalen Green is just not ready. I like Jalen Green, but he's just not ready.
Jalen
Harden
Green
is
is about to
older.
average 24 next year.
He
Watch.
can't give you as much as he did before in the past, but he can still give you an All-NBA season to get you there.
In the
If he
past,
stops
how
painting
many
his fingernails,
under
he's
he's
gotta-
better.
field
He
goal
stops.
Choose
games
the
he
words
had
wisely.
again?
More. We got to choose the words like learning experience for Jalen Green, regular season riser for James Harden. He'll get you to the steps that you need to get to as a point guard. All right.
Did you
All right,
just
guys.
compare Harden
Tricks.
and Jalen Green in the
This
same
nigga doing
sentence?
tricks on both of them.
Hey, would you rather?
Hassan, I
Jalen
agree.
Green edition, okay? This
Oh,
is the
no.
conversation this man is being thrown around. Somebody's
Jalen
arguing.
Green.
Jalen Green. No.
Jalen Green or Denzel Valentine?
It's a good one.
Jalen
What do
Green,
y'all
Danny
think?
Green, Draymond Green, Rockets in 5.
All right.
What was that?
First name. This is not even mine. I got a couple names I'm gonna say that's not even mine, and then I got some names that I threw in. I want to see where y'all heads is at. Okay. Of course, this guy's gonna duck the smoke right here. All right.
Okay, guys, I gotta get off. It's like
I'm
late,
the
bro. I got
defender.
work in the morning.
Don't worry, Gabe. I got my cape. on.
You got to carry this, Hassan.
No, I'm
All
here.
right.
I'm here.
Okay, Gabe. Tell me this: Jalen Green or Andrew Nemhard? Playoff riser Andrew Nemhard.
You're gonna give me that stupid 3-point percentage.
Andrew
now. I'm
Nemhard.
choosing Jalen Green.
Oh,
I'm
He
choosing
plays
Jalen Green.
defense, too.
Experience.
He
There's
plays
a learning
defense, too.
curve. in the playoffs.
I'm taking
See,
Andrew
Nembhard-
Nembhard. I'm not even
Nembhard
thinking about
played-
this one.
Yeah, I'm taking
Nembhard played
playoff
last
edition.
year.
I'm taking
This
Andrew
is the
Nembhard.
second year for
Nemhard is going to
Nembhard.
be a role player for the rest of his life.
Experience.
Jalen Green is going to be a superstar.
On a
You
winning
guys forget
team,
this.
though. On a winning
He's
team,
a role
though.
player. Jalen Green's a superstar. He averaged 20.
Can you be a superstar
well,
if
we're
you
not
on a
doing
losing
that.
team?
That's not
Because
a
he's about to
superstar,
be
man.
lit in Washington or
Dude,
lit up in Phoenix.
Bro, Jalen Green was a 20
Yeah.
point per game score on the number 2 team in the West. That means something to me. That
I'll
means
go
something to me.
Nembhard for this one because Nembhard had experience last year and he grew. You see, he grew from last year. And he's playing well now. Jalen Green, this is his first year. Jalen Green will get it next year. So
First year of
Nembhard now.
what? Playoffs?
Okay.
Playoffs.
From Devin Booker to Andrew Nembhard. Okay, let's see.
For
I want
playoffs,
to see.
he's a
I want to
playoff
see how
riser.
low we can go. Okay, guys. I want to see how low we can go.
Oh, you're
All right.
not.
Hater. True
Next
hater
name
as
up.
well.
This one should be simple, but I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Kobe White. Kobe White or
guess it?
Jalen Green.
I'm on Kobe
Jalen
White.
Green because he's actually been in the
No, I'm on
playoffs.
Kobe White.
This.
Yeah,
Jalen
it's
Green.
not good. So how can you say I would?
Jalen
I would
Green.
take a chance.
He had
Kobe White's
38.
better than
He
that
had
shit.
40 in the
Kobe White,
playoffs.
has Kobe White won him a game 2? Has Kobe White done that for the Bulls?
Yeah.
No.
He might
he
win
didn't
him a
win a
game
one.
1 and 2. He might do 2 games.
Green-
Okay, we don't know
Haven't
that.
seen it.
Jalen
Haven't
Green
seen
won him one.
it.
Kobe
Yep,
White
James-
won him a
Jalen
playing
Green.
game last year. I saw that. I saw Kobe
Oh,
White win him a
play-in,
playing
not
game.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Play-in. He
Green-
didn't drop
Green
the
is a
game.
better
Play-in
color than
game.
white.
High stakes.
Higher stakes.
That is
I'm
one
going
game. You
Jalen
said
Green.
one game.
Stand
There
strong
it
with my
is.
brother.
What's the color of that
That's high
screen,
stakes,
Hudson?
too.
Tell me right now. That's my
That
answer.
might be
Hudson.
high stakes in the game 1, to be
What'd you
honest.
say?
What's the color of that screen, Hus?
That
Back
is
there.
green cash
That
money.
is green cash money.
Irish Spring green.
There you go. Jalen Green over Kobe White. Come on, bro. Easy. Light
No,
work.
I'm going Kobe White.
Light work.
Okay.
Mr. Green.
Omari, how many
Jalen
points
Green.
did Kobe White average this year, Omari, before you say Kobe White?
20 something. 21. 20.
It was like
Yeah,
Yeah,
seven.
losing
20s.
team. Losing team.
No
though.
way. I don't
It
believe
might not
that.
have been 17. It might be like
That's really
21
a
on
lie.
a losing team.
He's
Yeah, you have to
definitely
go
over
with
20.
You have to go with 20.
20 points.
Niggas not
20
on the
points.
fucking 17.
20. On a losing team that didn't make the playoffs. But Gabe,
Number 2 team.
What's
Number
the
Nigga,
other
their
roster?
team is
They may
garbage.
play in.
how much did the Jalen
They
Green
trade
score
half the
on
roster.
Yeah, they don't.
He
Whoa.
averaged.
take
He
the whole
dropped
team to
40
the
in
Kings.
games. Jalen,
Josh
oh, yeah,
Giddey
how much
took
did-
off second half is the only
How
reason
many
they
points did Kobe White drop in the playoffs? How many points did he drop in the playoffs?
is playing
that's right, not
playoffs because
40.
I could tell you
Not
probably
40.
the same amount as
Not
Jalen
40.
Green.
0.
He
Donut.
dude,
Donut.
whatever he had in that one game or 2 games, the playing games was probably only like 10 less than Jalen Green the whole series. I'm
No
not gonna lie.
matter.
Not
Not
forgetting
really-
game 2
those
though.
stats get-
Game
those
2.
stats
Game
gets into
2.
the shadow realm. They don't
Niggas
count.
had one good game. All
All
right,
right.
we can go on to the next
40.
one.
40 is
Jalen
crazy,
Green,
though.
Jalen Green, or Anthony Simons.
I knew this was coming up.
One actually plays the game of basketball, while the other
Yeah,
one
I'm
just
going
sits
to
on the
Jalen Green on
bench,
this one.
sharing baby mamas with Brandon Ingram and talking about the kids that they have. So I'm going with Jalen Green. I'm going with Jalen Green.
You act
He
like
plays
Jalen Green ain't
basketball.
got
He drops
one of
20.
the worst baby mamas in the league right now.
What'd you say?
Yeah,
Jalen Green got his own baby mama problems. You acting like he don't.
Still, he's the father that stepped up. Not the step
Yeah,
up.
not on the
no, it's
court.
not. It's his kid, nigga.
Where's that father strength that everybody getting? He asked Fred for some of it. He got that shit in the
Yeah,
final.
he did it for game 2 though.
Game 2.
That's it.
How
That's
many
all he
points
had.
did Anthony Simons have in the
Probably don't love
playoffs?
his kid then.
How many points did Anthony Simons have in the playoffs?
He scored the same points as his baby mama age.
Listen, buddy, he literally plays in Portland.
Yeah.
But he won him a
good.
game with those points though. No,
Jalen Green played on a
Okay,
bad Rockets
fine,
team.
Hudson. Tell me this. This one's gonna hurt you, okay?
All right.
Jalen Green or Jordan Poole?
Ooh. I'm taking
Because he
Jordan Poole.
been winning in
But
playoff
Hudson,
games.
what did Jordan Poole
We
get
know
in the
that.
playoffs
I'll
this
take
year?
it.
no comment. No comment. No
I'm
comment.
taking. Oh, that's crazy.
I might take Jordan
No
Poole.
loyalty
They're
to the
both
Warriors.
inefficient chuckers, but
I'll go
it's
Jordan
close.
Poole because he
I'm
showed
going
me in the
Jordan Poole.
playoffs that he can. Without Jordan Poole, the Golden State Warriors would not have a championship. And he showed me that
Yeah,
he
I
can.
gotta put respect.
He can hoop in the playoffs, and that was his first year too. So, and he shot out. So
You know what's funny?
Playoff
I
riser
think-
right there. Playoff riser.
I think him and Jordan Poole are very similar level players. Like I look at him very similarly, but I think just Jordan Poole showed me in the playoffs that he was able to do it. I have to give him the edge right now. But I do think they can be similar level of hoopers,
You
in my
what?
opinion.
You know,
good comparison.
Jordan Poole did a playoff riser season and a playoff dropper season. Ain't that crazy? Like back
yeah,
to back.
he's terrible.
He got
He did
punched in the
both.
face, bro.
Yeah, he got pinched to the face. It's not even.
Yeah, changed the trajectory of his career, bro.
Yeah. Literally did too.
Bro, I
Like,
still-
he was on the way to be
yeah.
the Curry too.
I still think about that 3-pointer he took instead of passing it to Steph against you guys from the logo, bro. Thinking he's him. Well, you got Stephen Curry on your team.
I love that shit. I was laughing so hard.
The downfall.
All right.
I missed the Warriors Lakers, man. I was really hoping to get a Warriors Lakers matchup, man.
Okay.
Could
So
happen.
crazy. Shut up, nigga.
I'm kind of okay. We didn't see it. I don't think we had the personnel to really make a run this year anyway.
We'll beat the Warriors.
Maybe
We would beat the Warriors.
that would have been our championship right there.
We would have beat the Warriors.
Cap. Where you guys at right now? Home? Oh yeah.
Y'all join us soon, brother.
I swear I saw
you'll join us
LeBron on the
soon.
streets
You'll
today,
join us soon.
walking.
I know I saw
I'm
Paul
pretty sure
Pierce
I saw
walking.
Curry at the fucking hospital. Nah, for real.
Oh, that was hilarious. Truth, the truth. You saw
You
that,
know
brother?
his ass got
Yeah.
out the card just to film and went right back.
You see the KG shit? Nigga had his head out. They said his head was out there
KG.
somewhere like a giraffe. He was
Bro,
literally
that was
out the door
hilarious. He
like
got out
this,
of the
still
wheelchair
driving.
for
I'm like,
it,
how
too.
tall is this nigga? 7 feet tall. It's so crazy. He could drive standing up, looking out the sunroof. Like that's actually
with his
insane.
legs, bro.
Yeah, he was up like this. Like he told Paul Pierce to make sure he puts his seatbelt on. I'm like, this nigga's an idiot. Like,
Yeah, man. What you doing out here, Truth?
nigga really walked for 7 hours because of a bet, dude. That's so
That was
crazy.
hilarious. Yeah, that's a good bit, though.
Yeah, I'm glad he actually did it. He stood on business, too.
Yeah, he did. It was fun.
All
They
right,
brought
I
out the
got- I got
wheelchair
two more
for him and
names.
everything.
I got 2 more names into Jalen Green. Would you rather?
All right.
Would you rather Jalen Green or who is it? Who is it? Norman Powell.
Norman Powell was terrible in playoffs. He had the worst plus minus in Game 7. And he hurt my
That's
glorious
true.
change. So I have to betray him and go Jalen Green.
Give me Jalen Green as well.
Yes.
I'm going Jalen notches off potential. This is the best Norman.
That's like the only reason you could say is Norman
Yeah.
Powell's not going to
I'm-
get better. But
Norman Powell didn't
Yeah,
drop
No,
thirty.
because
Jalen
he had
Brown's
38
not
in the
getting better.
playoffs. 38 in
not
the
do that.
playoffs. That's why you should pick him as well.
Not
So
many NBA players have done that too. So FYI.
that's true.
Only
All right.
stars.
That's true.
my last one, Jalen Green or Stephon Castle.
Jalen Green. I haven't seen Castle. No,
Right
no.
now.
Jalen
I'm going
Green.
Jalen
Not enough tape on Castle yet.
A rookie?
Okay,
Oh,
that's fair.
rookie?
I mean,
No way.
hey,
Not
he
enough
won
tape.
Rookie of the Year. What do you mean? He's the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not better than Jalen Green currently.
Minnie Mouse.
Bro,
He's
he,
good.
he was gonna lose, and McCain was still dancing on the court, bro. He lost.
Okay,
Just
okay,
know,
McCain or
just
Jalen Green
know,
then?
just know. Oh,
What?
Ooh, I might take
McCain or
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green?
I might take Jalen
Jalen
McCain.
Green.
Bro, McCain had like
McCain
20
played
good
half
games,
the
bro.
season.
What is this?
Nigga,
Bro,
he got hurt.
The
I don't
last
know.
half
He was
of last
consistent.
Yeah,
year,
no matter.
Jalen Green like shits on so many players. What is this?
Yeah,
Okay,
facts.
nigga, when
It's
that
sample
shit don't
size.
matter.
Okay, D'Lo or Jalen Green?
D'Lo 1
Bro,
foot in
Jalen Green.
Guangdong. He's
Yeah,
almost
but-
out the
I'm
league.
taking it.
Hey,
Yeah,
D'Lo
I'll let
last
you
half
do
of last season shits on everybody too because we
That
talked
is
about
true.
that.
Nah, bro. He's 1 foot out the league.
No,
man.
he doesn't. Not Jalen Green.
No, he's not.
Last half of the last season, Jalen Green was like averaging 26.
Out the league is crazy. He's definitely one.
Hassan
foot.
remembers.
1 foot.
Hassan, you
1
remember?
foot in
Hassan,
China.
we don't forget, right? Hassan, we don't forget, right?
What? Nah, we don't forget. Never.
We don't forget.
He's gonna
1
be
foot in
back to the
China,
Nets.
1
They're gonna
other
be
foot in
dancing again.
Shanghai.
Now they're gonna be dancing on the Nets again.
Who?
Oh, and
D'Lo.
show me some. Oh,
You remember that shit? Those are the fucking Nets days.
Nah, he's done for it. He has to get traded to contender. He can play off the bench in his career. Maybe follow like a CP path, but D'Lo being relevant is left in 2024.
I don't even trust him in a playoff
Bro,
game, bro.
he-
Like,
he's
I'd
just
rather
too
have someone else
inconsistent.
take the shots.
No,
Same
Yeah,
here.
he's just too inconsistent.
And
Yeah,
he not
last
giving
year-
me
he could play
Last
like
shots.
year-
12 minutes or 8 minutes, bro. That's it.
Yeah, he needs like he got the Vando treatment. He might not even play some games if we need like something else.
We really went from having Luca from D'Lo to Luca. Regard.
W's.
Do we do the tradition? End it off on the Jalen Green segment.
As always,
Yeah, we-
unless y'all got something else you want to talk
pretty much
about.
talked about Jalen.
I think we did a good
Nah,
job. I just
much
blind
is-
rankings, but
I'm gonna
you know,
I'm gonna make
that.
sure. Oh, you
Nah,
want to save
I'm
it?
tired, man.
Are we forcing Edwards into a top 10 too fast? Question mark.
Yes.
Anthony Edwards? No.
No, I think he's
Maybe.
top 10.
No.
I think he's top
Maybe.
10.
We have to count.
He's top 10.
We talked about him
Top 10
being
is
better
big
than
We can count again
LeBron.
real quick.
He's not better than Bro. We're not doing it.
We can count
Yeah,
it.
man.
Braun?
We can count
Jason
it.
Tatum's on fraud watch
Oh,
right now.
some
so,
people
you know.
online. Some
Can't
people.
count
I
for
saw,
it.
Tatum
no,
just
no, no.
slid.
Guys, I'll
Slid
bring
to
this
20.
up. Wait, listen. Guys, online, I saw a thing today that there are people are going through the list of where Edwards should rank. People are saying, "Oh, easily top 10." They got to a few names. Then they said Luca, and all the people immediately said he's way better than Luca already. And
That's
all the
dumb as hell.
comments were trying to argue regarding like when did
Way better is
when did
crazy.
he even get like close to Luca? Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're like, oh, in the playoffs,
This
you
year.
beat him.
You can
And then
say he
the-
got
and then the
close this
comments are
season. That's what that's the only argument. It's like literally
Bro,
this
I
playoff.
legit
They
was
weren't
dumbfounded by
saying that last
by
season when Luka went to the finals. You're
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
comparing
saying. He got
when
close
beat him,
literally
too.
a month ago. Like this is the closest he's
But how
ever
did
been.
like
That's what I'm
what
saying.
I'm
Recency
saying,
bias, like-
how does some yeah.
His recency bias hits a lot of people.
Recency
I mean,
bias,
top
I mean.
10 is reasonable because I don't think there's 10 players better than him. But he's
Yeah,
like, if
But
we're
I think
pushing him
he's higher
top
than
Tatum. Let's see where
five,
he
is
ends
like
up.
crazy.
I'm taking him higher than Tatum right now.
Do you think Anthony Edwards is
Do you
better
have him
than
over
Anthony
Curry or no?
Davis?
No.
Yes, he's better than AD.
No.
No, he's not better than Curry. Though.
What? Bez,
No, he's
Not
not
really?
better than AD.
No, he's
I
not
don't
better than
think he's
Curry.
better.
What?
I
Come
don't
on, bro. What are we talking
He's not
about?
better than AD.
AD.
What do you mean?
He is
He's
better
He's one of
than
the best
AD.
Not
defenders
better
in the
than
entire
AD.
league.
Anthony
He's put up
Edwards.
40 in the
I
playoff.
think he's better than
Dude, he
AD.
put in like 40 in the playing game. It's like, but AD can get like a 40. Like, dude, Anthony, like
I feel like
Anthony's
we
great.
sleep on Anthony
He can do
Davis.
40-20.
but It's warranted.
Yeah,
because
like
sometimes he's
Anthony Edwards
Anthony
is
Davis
great,
is
but
in the
it's just like
conversation to be like in the same level, but I would pick him.
Anthony Davis literally
Yeah,
already
so-
a top 75.
Wait,
Like,
didn't Davis have like 30 and 20? Omari, didn't he have like 30 and 20?
he
Like,
had
the game
almost
where
40.
did
He
everything
had
could?
he had 38 in the
Let me
plane.
see. Let me see.
He had 38 and like almost 20.
Yeah,
or
let me
something
see
like
because
that
he
in
had
the
a
plane.
really he did everything
The
he
thing
could.
about
in the same
Anthony Davis
game.
He
is,
did
like,
everything he could that game.
we don't look
Yeah.
at him, view him the same because he's not aggressive at sometimes in his career, like in games.
40
I mean, I
points,
agree
9
with that.
rebounds, dog. That's crazy.
40.9. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
like,
But we've
he's still a
always said he was
superstar,
superstar
and I think that now, and he was hurt a lot of the last year after he got traded. But it's
Yeah.
like I think that
Yeah.
next year, I don't know what's gonna be up with Kyrie. I hope he comes back. I love Kyrie.
ACL's tough.
But yeah,
From
but it's just
experience.
like I think next year when we go back to seeing first option AD, it's gonna be like people gonna be like, oh okay, like you know what I mean?
All right,
Like
so
he's
point
gonna
is
remind
guys-
people why he's
He'll
a
come out-
superstar.
If you guys had
He'll come out
AD
averaging
instead of
30 the
Luka
first 2 weeks.
this series, do you think you beat the Timberwolves?
No,
Yeah.
I still don't think so.
hard
Unless
to
you're
say.
saying
I think we
Austin
do.
Reeves
This is a
plays
lot, but
better
it's hard to
because
say.
Austin
Yeah.
Reeves would have to step up a lot if we
Yeah,
don't.
but
Yeah.
opportunity would be different for Reeves with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I think the looks would
Honestly,
be
We were
different.
playing
The looks
really
would be
good with
different
that
for sure.
with that team.
Do
Even
we have
because,
Max
like I
Christie
said, our
too?
run
I
started.
know it sounds like I'm joking, but like he could have used his.
Oh yeah, no, Max Christie was great.
We coulda used him.
Obviously, you never know
For
how they're gonna
sure.
perform
No,
in
for
playoffs,
sure.
A
but
good 10 minutes, maybe
that
5.
wing defender.
He's
Yeah,
our
15.
probably
He's a
like
good
one of
wing
our
defender.
best
He was
wing
hitting
defenders
threes.
right now if we had
Yeah.
him. So
Yeah.
Because Gobert's not
But,
doing anything to Anthony Davis.
The variables are too
That's what I'm
different to
saying,
say.
like-
The variables.
It's because it like my reason is that
the matchups.
our run started like not even our run started after the D'Lo trade. It wasn't even after the Luka trade. You know what I mean? Like we were kind of getting into a really good group with AD. You know,
Yeah.
like that team, and I feel like matchup wise, this was one of our worst matchups because we didn't have our big men anymore. You know what I mean? But it's just like in the playoffs, especially how they're looking. You know what I mean? And how susceptible Randall is to like bad games. Like Randall's not going straight down the lane at AD like that. You know what I mean? He's not going straight down the lane if AD's back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it would have been like a bit different story.
And then if you
I
guys
think it would have
do
been,
win
you know
the
what I mean?
series,
But do I think? Yeah,
if
I
you guys
think we
do
would have won.
win, like, are we having that conversation of Anthony Edwards being better than Anthony?
I don't know if I
Davis?
said we would win anyway, but I don't think we get.
I
losing five
still
with
don't
AD.
think Edwards is over Davis. By the way, the root question that we said,
Yeah.
I don't think Edwards is over Davis. Like
I
to
think he
pinpoint
is,
back
man.
to that.
I think,
I
it's,
think-
there's a
But like,
conversation.
what
'cause
what is the reason you give him? Like AD is it like his obviously his defense. I'm not gonna harp on his defense.
you
too
can
much.
argue that
It's,
he's a
like,
better offensive
way
player
better.
too.
It's
Straight up.
it's boatload,
I think
huh?
he is. I don't
Yeah.
think I need to argue. I think he is a better offensive player.
Yeah,
AD,
he's a better offensive
yes, he
player.
is. There's like questions about his offense, like you said, the consistency, the 3-point shooting
yeah.
isn't good anymore. Like respectfully, he can hit one or two, but like we're not looking at AD
He
as
was cashing. He was cashing the playing game. I don't know.
But around the
That's
rim,
insane.
he's
It
cracked.
doesn't
Bro.
matter.
Around the rim, he's making everything.
he's really good.
Yeah, he
No,
is
don't
cracking
get me
on.
wrong, but even then, like
Mid-range,
sometimes
elbow.
he'll flop to get calls and not get back on defense too. Well, not flop. Let me just say
I
he'll like
feel
fall
like-
on the
I feel
floor.
like
Like,
it's-
he just ends up on the floor.
His
I'm not
im-
even saying
his
he flopped
team
because he gets
impact
hit,
is
but
his team impact.
Falling
is
is
like,
better
what's
to,
important here.
like,
Rebounding and like defense, like for the team, making sure that people have support, giving people like setting hard screens. I feel like that those things that I said, like is different impact than what Edwards gives, and that's why I give it to Anthony.
well, yeah, they
Davis.
play different position. Edwards
yeah.
controls the pace better. He handles the ball
For
more.
sure.
Like it's just do different things. It's hard to compare
I'd
that.
say they're on the same tier, but I don't know who to give.
Yeah,
it
they're
over.
definitely on the same tier. I would say. Like if we're tiering it, I think that's
He's
a better
amazing
way to rank
for the
players
guarantee.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheers.
yeah. Because I mean,
Or
at
the
the end of the day,
guarantees
when you get to
above
tie, it's also situational shit.
Yeah,
too,
you're just like nitpicking or preferences when it's
Yeah,
like one
exactly,
versus two.
Like
yeah. But
team
it's,
makeup is definitely a huge part of it too. Like
my point with the Lakers too, just to like round that out is that they would have had a lot more chemistry too. You know what I mean? Like part of why we had so much issue is that like we're getting used to that team at the end of the day. You know?
Yeah.
Like aside from our holes that we had
And
in the
Jackson
team,
Hayes
the
wouldn't
I
roster,
have
don't even
had
say chemistry, just matchups.
Yeah, Jackson-
Matchups would be better.
yeah, but I'm saying like we had like if we would have kept AD and all that, like our chemistry, like we knew how to. We kind of like knew what to do with that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they had to learn this set, these new sets, these new plays, like new ways to play. You know what I mean? Like on the fly in a few months. So I feel like if we would have had the same teams going through the league, going through the playoffs, I feel like we would have just been a lot more consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can definitely give you like a more clear answer once the playoffs ends and how this season ends.
Do y'all think he's better than Donovan Mitchell? Because he's having a good playoff run too. His team's just like in a bad spot.
I say yeah because
it's
I say
really,
yes
really
because
close to both
defense.
shooting guards.
But I don't think Donovan
They're
Mitchell's a
both
top 10
really
player
good,
in the
bro.
NBA,
They're
right?
both.
But I could argue that Anthony Edwards is a top 10 player, but I don't think Donovan Mitchell is, right?
Yeah,
it's crazy though because offensively, I'm taking
they're
Donovan.
close.
Like,
But like
I'll give you
they're
a
close.
close-
taking
I'll give
Donovan
you a
offensively
no.
100%.
What'd you say?
I said I'm taking Donovan offensively 100%, but it's just like Anthony
100%?
Edwards is a much better defender.
No, offensively,
Yeah.
he's more
100%.
refined for sure.
Yeah, he's more consistent. He shoots better, more efficient. Like he's just.
He's a
I don't
better
think Anthony
leader,
Edwards is
too.
bad.
He's
but it's
proven.
like, you
He's
see with
been in the
Donovan
NBA for,
Mitchell,
like,
every
9
move he
years.
does is intentional and like super
Yeah.
crisp, and you just see like it's just so fundamental.
The ball literally falls into the basket when he shoots. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
It's I'd attribute that to like experience. He's been in the NBA 2 times as long as Edwards. Edwards like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Donovan's
I
like
think
9.
Donovan Mitchell has some of the
that plays
best
into
like
the point. I like Donovan's experience.
But I
Donovan
still
Mitchell has
proven.
some of the
I
best
think
like
Edwards-
balance for a short guard I've ever seen because he
Yeah.
be like
Yeah.
the core strength is crazy. He be getting into the rim like never
But
falling.
granted-
Always on balance.
Mitchell's never gotten out the second round either in his career, and what's his name? Edwards got to the conference finals.
Utah didn't make a conference
Yeah,
finals, huh?
Yeah, I
they
think he
said
did
on
make
the
it with
broadcast
Utah.
the other day. He's never been out the second round.
Really? Utah
Crazy,
never make
right?
one,
I think so.
Yeah, I thought about it. He never made it out.
but he was taught. But it's like that's not his fault. He's cooking in all those. It's like that team. Those teams were him, Gobert,
And he's like
then,
21
Ingles.
at the time too, like or 23, whatever. I don't know. He was
Like Ingles is his third best player on the team.
Our
you know
Utah
what I mean?
team was
It's
not bad at all, though. They just got exposed.
It was
because
a
of
regular
Gobert.
season
They exposed
team,
the matchup like heavily with Gobert in the playoffs.
Well, that
Who
too.
had a better first 5-year career, Edwards or Mitchell? You guys think? Because Mitchell was cooking people in the
Mitchell.
playoffs. What do you think?
Mitchell,
No, Mitchell
Edwards,
came
right?
in killing.
But
Like,
Edwards
made
made
it
it to
to
the
the
Western
final
Conference
roster.
Finals, no?
but it's still.
Yeah.
He
He's
beat
all
the
NBA
Nuggets too.
this
Weren't they
year.
defending champs
Most
at the time?
3-pointers made in the NBA this year. The improvements have been
They beat
really well.
he beat KD and the Suns, and then he beat Jokic.
I mean, he's had better playoff
champion.
runs, but I still think Donovan Mitchell overall is more impressive because he literally came in as a rookie, like mid-round pick, and was the best player on the team from the jump. Like,
Yeah, like
there
you
was
said,
no
his
cat,
offense
oh
is-
me and Cat
is
going
more
back and
refined, more
forth for a couple
intentional.
years.
Yeah.
But Edwards,
Who might be,
Edwards' game is it more conclusive to winning?
Wait, say it again.
And I'm not sure. It's like is Edwards like what he does more win more games for you than Donovan Mitchell, basically.
I wouldn't say more. I just think it's different because I think you can rely on him on the other end of the court more. That's the difference. But I think they both do things that lead to winning. I think Donovan Mitchell is a smart, good player. You know what I mean? I think his real limitations is literally just his lack of size and like lateral speed. I don't think if he was
Edwards
2
is bigger
inches, 2 inches bigger, had it like 2 inches bigger wingspan. Like I think he would be one of the best shooting guards in the league. I just think he's at limitations.
with
The small guard
true.
thing. But I think in the right situation,
advantages to Edwards though, because
I think
bigger.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just because of that. But I don't think like Donovan is doing anything that's like less inducive to winning than Anthony Edwards.
That's close. I have to think about it. Let's see how these playoffs ends, and I'll give you a better answer. The top 10.
Well, bro, you say this, Cavs might get swept, bro. What are you talking about? Don't say this.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna have
but
their players.
if Donovan Mitchell's giving you 50 per game on a sweep, I'm gonna give it to Donovan Mitchell.
No, it's true.
Context matters.
Okay,
If he does
50
everything he
and losing,
possibly
it's
can and
crazy.
just can't get it, they can't win. That's like
Like Jokic just gave you 40 and 20, almost lost the game. You think I'm
Like,
gonna
bro,
say
Edwards
Jokic
the
is
other
the best
day,
player in the
Edwards the other
world?
day had 1.5, and Mitch had 50.
that's why Giannis is still a top 3 player because it's like you can't do
Exactly.
nothing when Kyle Kuzma's on your team.
100%.
Giving you a donut. He literally gave you a Tony Snell game. You know how
He
hard
did
that
the same
is?
thing I did. Hassan, Kuzma did the same thing I did that night.
Yeah. Woke up.
You know, you
Well,
did
that-
better because you didn't miss any shots.
Facts,
didn't miss
facts.
anything. He had a 0 PER. Kuzma had like -60.
My plus minus is better than his, right?
I don't even think he can get negative 16 PER, but Kuzma somehow did it. Man.
That's great. That's a good one. Mitchell and Edwards is a good one.
We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes, but yeah, exciting
We'll
playoffs,
definitely
man.
like top tens out
It's
there.
been real good. Second round,
Mhm.
especially, has been every game pretty much has been good except some of the Thunder game, the last one.
Yeah. Did you see that crazy Indiana Pacers stat where they won? Only 3 teams have won, lose trailing by 7 in like NBA history, and
In the
Indiana's
final
won
minute,
2
is
of
it the
them.
one in the final minute?
In the final, yeah, in the final minute.
It's like trailing by
up
7.
in the final
Yeah.
minute, and only 3 teams have won in NBA history, and Indiana's won 2 of them in the
That's
past week.
crazy. They're farming that stat, bro. I'm telling you, they're
Yeah.
farming it.
Like 3 and 178 or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Indiana's been doing the impossible. Mission
They're
impossible.
They're gonna
If
make
they-
it back to the conference final soon.
We'll see. We'll see. I
They can
wouldn't
make
be
it to the
Donovan-
finals,
if
man.
Donovan's
They
drop
can make it to
100.
the finals if the Celtics. Well, even if the Celtics make it, I don't even think I could trust them anymore.
Yeah, Pacers can make it to the finals. But man, the
Celtics are
Cavs,
gonna
if
win
they
off
find
talent
a way to
again,
get
right? I feel
healthy a little bit, you never know. They can come back. They still are the better team and one healthy. So
Dude, they just need Mobley, bro. I don't even think they need Garland to win, but Mobley, they
Honestly,
need
yeah.
him, bro.
DPOY,
so-
you gotta get the
Yo,
best
so
defender
did
in the
Garland
league.
just talk shit and not play anymore? What did he do? Like, was this a
Yeah,
week
talk
ago,
about
right?
Tyler Hero, then his
Oh,
nuts.
stupid.
He got hit with karma.
That's
Idiot.
tough. He was
That's
right
tough.
though. I'm pretty sure Tyler here ain't do shit.
Yeah,
He had like
was
4
right.
points,
You
I
just
think.
don't say that publicly.
I saw a picture of 11. It's like when Tyler Hero, when the Heat need Tyler Hero the most.
I'm
it's
pretty
like
sure
a picture of
Tyler
11.
Hero started it too. No, he said we're hardening Garland on every switch. Didn't they say it? Oh, Bam said that.
I don't know. I didn't see a response.
I feel like one of them said that.
I love when playoff trash talk bites someone immediately in the ass. I love it. I'm fiending.
Sucks too because you need your toe as a
Dame.
guard to move laterally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
That's not talking
Dame
about
was
early.
talking shit too in Torres Achilles, bro.
Yeah.
That's just fucking.
He's like, just wait, just
I remember. Wasn't
back.
yeah.
And got
Oh
cooked.
man.
Oh,
That was good.
Yeah, it's been a great playoff so far. Bronte's been cooking. Hopefully it
Yeah,
Very
continues.
much.
Well, that's gonna do it for us at the BDO Pod.
Good episode.
Let us know your thoughts on the playoffs in the comment section below. Drop a like if you made it this far, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
today.